Alright, let's get started. Turn that down and let's get into the chatting. Hello, 'tis I, Shino the Penguin, back at you with another stream. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to Umamusume. It's been quite a bit since I did last Umamusume stream. I have been... I don't want to say I've been busy with other stuff, but, you know, it's been a lot of other things. And, I don't know, Uma's just been kind of put in the back burner more than anything. And hey, Gore, what's up? Nice to see you as always. Have a good stream, Shino. Thank you, much appreciated. And appreciate the lurk as always. And hello, Aspirin Rin. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so... Oh man, it's been a long time since I streamed Umamusume. There's been a few characters that came out that I haven't been able to do any streams of. I have pulled for them. Some taking a bit more gems than I'd like, but I do have some of the newer characters. I think the newest was like Believe? Called Believe? Jokes, but she might be one. She's a short, like the last of that kind of, I don't know what trio it is. It's the Baka trio or whatever. So we'll probably use her. Before we do get, well actually, I kind of already know which characters I want to train for this short CM. There's like a few that I think, and I can show it off real quick. I might as well turn off the music here, and then I'll switch on over, remove this over here so y'all don't see that. And then if I go to desktop, so my trusty little site here that I always kind of like going to, seeing like, oh, what's the meta? And I think I mentioned it before, I try not to be too meta when it comes to any of these competitions. I try to kind of keep it a mix between what's good and like who my favorite characters are. So if you see here, which it might not be the best because it's kind of, maybe you might be able to see that. Just maybe zoom in a bit more. Can I zoom in a bit more? Hello? There we go. Okay, yes. So we got the tier list. So you see that Gran and Bamboo Memory is like the top SS tier right now. We got the alternate costume Astomachan. I don't think, do I? Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I have this character. But either way, I'm not a huge fan of Bamboo Memory, so she's kind of out of the question. Gran, definitely a fan of her, so I'll definitely have her. Same with Astomachan, and luckily I think I have this costume. You can see there's all sorts of different characters here that we can choose from, and then these are kind of the, why would you choose these? Like these two especially, since I think their sprint rating is G, which is like, or their short rating or whatever is G, so it's like, why? But I am kind of debating whether or not I want to include Ines as well, because she is my favorite character for those who don't know. But man, I did a few runs trying to get her into a viable sprinter, and it's absolute pain trying to get like any of the inherits to work out. So I don't know if I really want to do this since it's not even going to be worth it. I just stick with the established sprinters. The thing with the sprint cups from historically, it's always been kind of a crapshoot, even more than the CMs usually are. It's just absolute random chaos. So in all honesty, I don't know how much I'll really spend preparing for this. As soon as I get like a semi-decent one, I think I'll just kind of call it a day and then we'll just move on. But if you take a look, or if you took a look at the tweet that I put out, I do already kind of know which characters I'm going to go for. So we'll go for Gran. We'll go for Machan over here, alternate costume, and I think I'm gonna go for a Believe this time. Like, there's tons of other characters, like, you know, you have Bakshino's costume, we have both of Chaos Miracles, the newest Hishi, I was about to say Miracle, no, Hishi Akebono, and all these other characters. I was also kind of considering Durandal, but like, because I kind of like her as well. But I gotta go for like the newest of the speed trio over here, the Baka sprinters. Got Kalstone Lido, Believe, and the Durandal. So I'll probably go for Believe. It's going to be kind of interesting because they're three completely different strategies. So we'll see how that goes, but I kind of like when it's like just training the same strategy, like kind of for multiple Uma, so I don't have to think too much about card composition and stuff. Because there is definitely a lot that kind of goes into card composition with this kind of stuff. But enough talking. Oh, they saw a sneak preview probably of my... Yeah, so enough about that. Let's get into the game. Yeah, so, oh, that's bright. 1 second. Why is my capture so weirdly shaded like that. I know why it's like that. I just don't know why it's like that. You know what I mean? I know why it's like that, I just don't know why it's showing up like that. Phone screen. Properties. Configure video. Yeah, why is it like that? I have you at... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's ultra saturated. There we go. That should be good. Okay. And then... that's good. Okay, I was like, that's probably blasting in your ears until I realized that's my audio, not yours, so that should be fine. Okay. I think we're good there. Like I said, it's been a while since I did a stream of the Omu. I think it was before I moved, so like I was originally gonna do one, I think, last week. Unfortunately, for some reason, the capture wasn't working, so it's like that's why I had to switch to Kemono Friends, or not Kemono Friends, Kemono Tea Time instead. Luckily, it's working now, so let's get into it. Yeah, so if we look... That's not the characters. That's the characters. So what's new, right? Because it's been a while since I played. I've been doing polls, been getting new characters. Oh right, I forgot. I forgot her name. Why did I forget? Espar City. Yeah, Espar City was kind of a bitch to get. That's not really an indictment on her, although she is also kind of that character. Nah, I think I had to spark for her, so that was kind of painful. I did get Still in Love as well. I don't think I was able to do any streams of that because that was during the time I was moving. I think I used a couple of tickets, like selector tickets, and one of them was for this one, this Chuval Grand Swimsuit Edition. And the other is this Mayano, which she is very meta, so that's the only reason why I went for her, because I pretty much have all the characters I want, slash all the characters in general, so... And then I also got this on a spook, which is kind of nice, because it's Katsuragi Ace is a pretty good character as well. But yeah, Believe. So Believe, and yeah, Fusaichi Pandora, which I wanted to stream. I think I was gonna plan on doing a stream of some runs with her, but I just never got around to that. So yeah, it is what it is. And I really did want to stream a little bit of Still in Love, just because her scenario is so different. If you haven't seen gameplay of Still in Love scenario, it's very horror game coded for sure. It's spooky. It's definitely an experience. It even gives you like a warning. It's like, oh, you're gonna see like weird effects. Is that okay, or do you want to turn that off? And so that was just ominous message that you get before the scenario first starts. So maybe I might do one of those, even though she's not really viable for this CM, just because I want to show y'all how that looks, because it is definitely pretty freaky. But without further ado, I think we'll just get on to starting one of these runs here. Yeah, actually, hold on, let me show y'all what I'm just delaying the inevitable, but like, well, first of all, you see all the fan runs I had to do, but like, this was a pain in the butt. Like, her, Ines Fujin, and I think I mentioned before, I was trying to get her to like be a viable sprinter, but she is, it's not a good example. Her sprinter rating is G, which is like the worst. Why am I not pressing the right buttons? Where are, okay, hold on. Get that back to regular. Yeah, Ines Fujin, G-rated sprinter. So trying to get her to like even an S-rated or even an A-rated is like, that's just, not only do you have to have all sprint inherits, but you just need to like be lucky in getting those like in the inherit events. So it's a bitch. It's an absolute bitch. And like, I tried a few runs, and even like some of the, I mean, a few is like an understatement. Like, I didn't really do that much, but like some of the runs I did here, like you see, I got a pretty good rating here. Like, this is pretty good, if only for the fact that it wasn't this C ranking, so that's kind of rip. And then these two are B rankings. So at that point, I was just like, this ain't happening unless I get super lucky. And then even then, it can happen where it's like you get stats like this, where it's like, it's alright, but it's just like, You know, I'd rather want a little bit more in the speed and the power and all that. So yeah, I don't want to deal with all that RNG. You know, I already deal with enough RNG in this game as is. So we're just gonna not do that. So let's get into it. Oh no, shut up. Okay, let's see. Who do we want to start with first? I mean, Gran is, I think, by far the best character for the scenario, or not scenario, the CM. I think we'll start with her. I haven't really researched into which skills to take, so this might be a little bit of Ohamairu. This might be a bit of a 1 second while I do some research into which skills I should probably be taking. Where are you? Okay. Let me take a look-sees. I'll probably do, let's see. I mean, we could do between, not betweener. Sorry, I'm still so used to the Japanese terms like runner, leader, betweener, chaser, even though those aren't the actual terms. I know it's like front runner. Oh lordy, pace chaser? Oh lord, what is betweener again? And then end closer. Anyway, whatever the third one is of that, this one, we'll use her for that. So if that's the case, I should probably go for a Ryan and a Nishino Flower or a King Halo. Okay, so sprint. Do I have any good candidate? Ooh, that might be a good candidate. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty decent. Although I do okay. So that would be good. And then let me think. Do I have a good King Halo? Do I even have any King Halos is the question that we have. I don't think I have any good King Halo parents, which is kind of a little bit of an oops. So maybe I might have to do Metro Orion instead because I think I have her. But I don't have King Halo. Yeah, okay. Wait, second question. Does anybody who is in my friend group have King Halo? That's a negatory. Okay, well that's fine. Maybe I'll just go Nishino Flower instead. Okay, let's go Nishino Flower. I know I definitely have inherits for you. Where are they? Where did they go? Here they go. Okay, this is just mid though, or medium. That's not helpful. Let's see. Let me go back to my OBS real quick so I can see it. Hello? There we go. Okay. Nishino Flower. Nishino Flower. I thought I had more Nishino Flower. There's a Nishino Flower. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. This really it? I thought I had more than this. I mean, that's still fine, I guess, but I kind of want to be greedy and get a better one. I mean, that might be fine. I think that honestly, do I really only have 2? I thought I had more. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Oh no, I do have another one. Okay, what is this? What does this look like? Mile. I don't like that. I'll just go with the first one. It gives me also some good speed inherit as well. Where'd you go? Where did you go? There you are. Yeah, that's good. Trying to get as much as that speed inherit up. Get that limit up as much as possible. Okay. Okay, next order of business. What's the support cards we're going to use? Okay. Let's see. Let me put him in this. Okay, so. Oh, is there a required card that I don't have that I might need to borrow before I default borrow Tucker? Let me check that. Scrolling down, time to see if there are any good cards. Betweener? No, that's the other one. What the heck? I skipped over entire section apparently. What? Why is it go? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Scrolling content. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. 1 second. I know there's at least one required skill that I need. Does she have that? I think she does, right? She doesn't. She does. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're Gucci. Okay, we're good there. I guess I can be pretty lax then on which cards I'm gonna take. So if that's the case, the nice thing about this being a sprint CM is that I don't have to worry about the stamina at all, which means I can be a bit more creative with how I can go about the support cards here. Because the thing with this scenario is that the optimal strategy is to have one of each type, which before this was just fucking insane because it's like, why would you do that to yourself? But it actually is somehow become the most optimal scenario or the most optimal layout for this scenario. But of course, like I said, with stamina not being a problem, I don't even need to include a stamina card here. So my thinking is that I'm probably going to go for, let's see, probably going to go for 1 speed, 1 power, 2 guts, and 1 wisdom. You may be thinking, why are you doubling up on guts? And that's because I want to try and get that to its maximum potential. And I feel like that is usually the hardest one to get to its max potential. Usually, like, I think even just having 1 speed card usually fills up the max pretty easily for most of my runs. So, especially since I have the meta cards here, which is nice. Man, coming back to this after grinding out the event in the global server is so nice because I don't have any good support cards in that server, and it's just an absolute pain to try and get anything good. But here it's like, hey, I have actually good cards. It's amazing. Wow, what a miracle. Let me think, actually. So I have, for options for power, I have the Tamamo Cross card, which is really good, which I may have just passed by. Where are you? Tamamo Cross, where are you? There you are. Okay, so there's this card, which I think is by far the best power card in the game so far, which will definitely be supplanted at some point. But then there's also the Nishino Flower one, which is actually pretty good, and that might fit a little bit better because it's built more for like sprinters. So I might go for that one instead. I don't know. Decisions. I think I'm gonna go for this one just for the skills. At the end of the day, I think. I mean, obviously, it's not. I think skills are going to be important. So the more good skills I can get, the better. So I'll just take that. For guts. I mean, I know the newest whatchamacallit. Yeah, Stay Gold. Even with only 1 limit broken, is still really good, so we'll take that. Do I want to take Orphe or do I want somebody else? I mean, Cotton. I mean, I know this one's also pretty good. Does she have? What is her skill? What is the skill she gives for that again? Let me do the research on that. Because if she gives like a short gold skill, then I might take her. Hold on, Game Tora. But if she just gives like something for like pace chasers, then that's not worth it. So supports. No, well, that's the global server. Nope. Okay. Okay, Karen-chan. What is the thing that you give? Leader short. Oh, but she gives concentration. That could be really good. Actually, no. That would be good for Machan. I don't know how much good that would do for Gran, but that would definitely be great for Machan, because I know concentration is going to be definitely a big key, because if she gets a late start as a runner, or sorry, as a front runner, I guess that's kind of the same thing, she's screwed. So that is good to know. What does Orphe give again? I'm trying to remember. Let me pull that up. It's been a while since I actually used her card. I've mainly just been using Stay Golds instead. Where are you? Where is it? Why am I stupid? Orphe. Okay. You give Divine Speed. And I mean, all these are like long, medium-long support or like ones, so that's not great. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're taking Karen-chan. And if it doesn't work out, I can always switch back. But I think Karen might be good here. And then for Wisdom, I think we have a couple of options. We could always go for Symbol Rudolph, which, by the way, I have a lot of copies of now, so that's good. This is a good one. But for specialized ones, I know there's the Satono Diamond one, right? That gives the skill for Betweeners. Is that actually useful for sprinters? I feel like that wouldn't be, but yeah, because I have her fully limit broken. Let me take a look at that real quick. Satono Diamond. Satono Diamond. Okay. Satono Diamond. No. Yes. SSR, you give a medium or a betweener, I think that might be what it is. Yeah, pushing forward. At a random point, use a little extra stamina to increase your speed greatly. I mean, she gives a lot of betweener skills. Does give a few medium skills, so that's not really what we want. The thing with this scenario also is that the scenario gold skill is a medium-long scenario anyway, so it's like, it's not really built for sprinters, which is why I think the next scenario is going to be a lot better for that. I mean, I hope, but we'll see. I'm really curious what the next scenario is going to be like, because it's definitely going to have to try and one-up the current scenario, and I know this one's already just completely broken everything, so I am curious to see what they do. Let's just go with this one. I think that's fine. And then, yeah, we'll see how well that ends up going. But I think that should be good for first start, and then we'll fine tune it as we do more runs. But it has been already almost 30 minutes, and I haven't even started the first, and we just started. Lovely. This always happens. It's fine. And then we're just gonna watch this a little bit up until my favorite part of this, which is Ines just completely forgetting her lines right here. Oh, Ines. So glad that she's a main character in this scenario, although the scenario's about to end soon, so you're gonna become obscure once again. Hello. Oh, sorry. Whoa, I can't read. Same, I'm also Jared, 19, who can't read, and also, hey, Blue Giant, what's up? Welcome to the crazy times of the Japanese... that's the wrong button. Motherfucker. What a great start. Yeah, welcome to the Japanese scenario where I kind of know what's going on, but also not really. But like I said, I mean, the new scenario is coming out soon, so I'm gonna be back to the whole, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Whereas here, the nice thing about the scenario was, like, early on I was able to figure out, like, what to do pretty easily, so that was pretty nice. But, man, the new scenario, it's definitely gonna be, the first week or so, it's just gonna be me and being like, what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me actually make sure I'm pressing the right buttons. I'm not looking at my screen, I'm actually just looking at my computer screen, not my phone screen. Because otherwise I'm just going to be looking down like this, and it's just not great. We'll go for Tucker here. Tucker Brine. Also, very unrelated note, the song for this scenario song is a bop, and I've been listening to it well, not non-stop, but I've been listening to it on in my repeat playlist, basically. Yeah, I've been listening to it. It's fun. I like it. I don't know. It's nice that ever since the game has come out globally, they've also released the songs globally as well. So now it's available on like Spotify and like other like streaming platforms, so you can listen to it there. So I've been a lot more in tune with like kind of the different songs that are actually in the franchise now. So like they've been really, I mean, obviously like multimedia, they have like they have lives, they have concerts, they have like music and all that stuff, but it's nice to be able to kind of get to that part of the franchise, because I feel like I haven't been as into that as like some of the other stuff, like the game, the anime and stuff like that. So and there's some pretty good bops. There's some pretty good songs as well. I mean, Umamusume side, definitely that's a classic. But like but even besides that, like some of the character songs are really nice. There's some pretty good, like it spans genres too, because it's like it can go from anywhere to like freaking your standard idol songs to like you can have like a punk rock, I mean, heck, Miss Victoria, which is like the whatchamacallit, I guess the ending song to the CMs, which will come out soon for y'all global folk out there, but like it's not, I know it's not a thing yet, but that's the song for the winning lives. If you do win the CMs, the final CM, that one is like a heavy metal rock sort of ballad. That one's fun. And then you have like some stuff like electronic with like there's like the Mecha Scenario song came out. When that came out, that was an electronic song. There's all sorts of different stuff. You know, it spans a whole genre. If you don't like one song, that doesn't mean you're gonna hate all of them, basically. Although generally speaking, a lot of them do kind of fall under that sort of idol theme. I mean, because it is kind of idols at the end of the day, so can't really escape that. And then another nice thing about the fact that I can not worry about stamina is the fact that I can just completely ignore this. And even then, I still get stamina to like at least... I mean, the times that I've done it has been like at least 1200, which is freaking insane if you really think about it. Like, I don't even worry about stamina, and it's the one that I have like the least stats of, and it's still over 1200, which is kind of crazy. By the way, yeah, that is a concept where in Japanese game eventually it just gets the limit of 1200 gets broken, and then we just kind of get into no man's land where you can see the limit gets to like 1800, 1700, and it's like, welcome to the new Uma. Do I risk that? Nah, I'll do it. I'll do a date event. Canon date event. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Man, I can't believe... Well, I can believe it's Saturday, but like I can't believe it's already October. I guess that's kind of where I'm going at. It's the whole, oh, time flies. Wow, that's crazy. But nah, I didn't do too much today, honestly. Like, I know I usually go about the whole, like, oh, like, I've been spending the weekends trying to, like, you know, go out, do stuff, like, be outside, touch grass, that kind of thing. Today was more kind of... Or, I guess I tried to do that, and it ended up kind of... I wouldn't say it ended up backfiring, but it did end up not great, let's just say. So I guess for context, I found out that today there was a, over in downtown, downtown LA, like Hollywood, there was like a screening of Cinderella Grey, which actually I just realized that is about to air pretty soon, isn't it? The second course, so that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, apparently they're airing that. There's like a film festival going on, and like they did that. But it's funny because I found out about it, I think, a few days ago, and I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, I took a look, and I was like, that was the only screening out of all the different screenings in that event that was sold out. And I was like, well, shit. Wish I would have found out about this sooner, I guess, you know, so that was a rip, but... And then I found out that it literally sold out, I think, hours, or like, maybe not even hours. I don't remember if it was like an hour or like hours after it initially got released. So like, even if I did find out about it, like, relatively sooner, I still would have probably been SOL, because I probably would have just been like, unless I am very in the know, I would have just been like, nah, it's over. And apparently the tickets came out like the 22nd, which would have been like, I think like a week or two ago. So I don't know, I'm just like, where do people find out about this stuff? It's just like, I really, because this isn't the first time this has happened where it's like I find out about something and then it just kind of is sold out. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't do it. And like, sure, I guess I could be like kind of more in the know about stuff, but it also just feels like I have been kind of making more of a concerted effort to try and be like, let me look at what's coming up in the next week, or like not just like the day before, or like Thursday or Friday of the day, and be like, oh, what's coming up this weekend, because that's like way too short notice. But like trying to actually be like, oh, what's coming up next weekend, or like stuff like that, just so I can plan ahead a little bit. But Man, yeah, because the first example of that was apparently there was this exhibition that went on downtown, again downtown, that was for like the new Pokemon TCG set or whatever, which by itself seems like whatever, but like I don't know, they were doing like some, it was like nice, you know, exhibition of like different Pokemon stuff, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And then I found out that like they only sell like, well, it was like a limited number of tickets per like time frame or whatever. It was like only 32 per every 30 minutes, and it was going on for like 3 days, but like I looked and it was just completely sold out. And I was like, honestly, that tracks, because if recent indication of anything related to TCG card game, like the Pokemon TCG especially, but like just the trading cards in general and like those kinds of collectibles, it's freaking insane how hard it is to do. And because like you see examples of like stores and Targets and stuff, or like just I know any stores in general where it's like, you know, you see people just waiting near the shelves waiting for the restocks, like they're there at the exact time that it restocks, and then they just kind of, and then they're like, oh, it immediately restocks, and then they just carry like boxes of stuff, and it's just like, y'all just made this hobby a lot, you're just ruining this hobby, man. It's just like you're making this into like a whole profit thing, and it's like, man, I don't know, it just kind of sucks. Like, I was kind of interested in not so much getting back into TCG, but like kind of looking at it like, oh, it might be nice just to kind of get a set. But then it's just like you see stuff like that, and it's just like, well, I don't know about that. It's like the sweaty people, man, not worth. So like that, that one I can kind of understand, and honestly, same with the Umamusume, because like it's kind of crazy how much Umamusume is blown up in popularity. It's kind of the same thing with when they did the collaboration with Round 1, and then they had the game cards there. At that time I was still living in Chicago, so like I wasn't really close to any Round 1s because I didn't have a car back then, so I was like, I guess I'll just wait, and then maybe, you know, like I don't really need it. And then I moved to here in LA where I actually have a car now, and so I've been to a couple of Round 1s where I've asked them, it's like, hey, do you happen to, it's like long shot, but do you happen to have the hold on one second, what do I, okay, the bottom one, do you happen to have the cards? And they were like, oh no, we sold out like literally like the day of or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Like even if I did try like the day they got released, I probably still wouldn't have a shot of getting them. It's insane, man. Popularity is crazy. Umo has become mainstream. I can't believe it. Who would have seen? It's like back in my day when the subreddit only had like a couple of posts per day, if anything, and now it's just like inundated with all these people. It has been bonkers. And also, yeah, I got the S short. Let's go. Yeah. So that was pretty unfortunate. You know, I found out about the screening until too late. And it kind of sucks too because it's really close to something that I was actually keeping my eye on in terms of like something that I wanted to kind of look at, which was there was an exhibition. If y'all know of, there's like in Japan they have the little displays of food, like restaurants and places would have like displays of food, like very lifelike displays of food that kind of shows off like what do you have on the menu and stuff like that. And so it was an exhibition on those like kind of displays, those models, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. I'd love to kind of take a look at that. Apparently there's also kind of a nice little interactive aspect of that where you can make your own kind of I don't know what they're called. I want to say they're called kaiseki, but that could be completely wrong, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate because, I mean, in a way it is, because it's like that exhibition was literally right next to the theater that they were doing the showings for, so it would have been just like a nice like 1-2, like go to that, go to the exhibition, knock that all out, because if I have to be honest, I don't really have too much motivation to, because that exhibition is being held in like right in the heart of Hollywood, which very touristy, very, I'm sure there's, you know, because it's like right where the Walk of Fame is, that's where like the Chinese theater, I mean the Chinese theater is actually the place where they're holding the showing, I think, so yeah, that area, gonna be tons of people, so it's just like, and then around that area, like other than I guess that exhibition, there really isn't anything that looked that interesting to me, in my opinion at least. So I was just like, I don't know if I really want to either A, drive myself. I mean, it's not that far of a drive, but like parking is going to be a bit of a bitch in that area, and it's also not free, which, I mean, maybe there's free parking somewhere, but I don't want to have to go through the hassle of that and park in a sketchy area, or like not so much sketchy area, but just like sketchy lot, just to save that money. I'd rather just kind of, if anything, I'd rather really take the public transit when I can. Even though the public transit here isn't as good as Chicago, it's still decent. Like, I still have taken it a few times, especially, and this is something that I've wanted to mention for some time, but like the number of times I've been to Little Tokyo during the weekends is honestly a bit too many times. Like, I'm just like, because it's funny that I'm just like, there's events that I go to where it's like, oh, it's like in Union Station or like in Chinatown, which is like, oh, it's literally like a stop or two away from Little Tokyo. So I'm like, well, if I'm in this area, I might as well go. So like, then I just like do that. So like for a good solid like 3 straight weeks, I think I went to Japantown, or not, sorry, Japantown, Little Tokyo, 3 straight weekends. And then, yeah, it was just to the point where it's like, well, what am I doing? Actually, let me redo this instead. And it was funny because it's like, why am I doing that? I'm just going to the same stores. I'm just going to this around the same areas. It's like, there really isn't a point of me doing this, to be completely honest. I mean, it's fun to walk around stores, don't get me wrong, and sometimes it changes, but it's just like 3 straight weekends is kind of overkill. So like, I'm just like, I don't know if I really need to do that ever again. Though to be fair, the one reason that I am actually really tempted to go there is because there's a gachapon shop, and one of the I guess the gachapons has like a Gakumas, Gakuenado Master, like kind of little acrylic standees, which I have actually right here, of the characters running and stuff. It's very mini, very tiny, but I've taken that for a spin a couple times. Unfortunately, I didn't get my favorite characters. I got Senna and I got Rinami over here. But that should not be the sole reason for me to go all the way out over there. It's just to be like, oh, let me just go and roll for this gachapon, of which I will spend overpriced amounts, because I think it was like, was it 3 or it was 3 tokens, and each token is like $3. So it's $9 for this, like, how many, it's not even that huge. It's like 4 centimeter tall standee, like acrylic stand. It's like, it's very short. So yeah, no, that cannot be the only reason I go over there. So I'm just like, I'm not, unless I have a legitimate other reason for me to potentially go out to Little Tokyo, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna keep going there. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see all the kind of different shops and stuff. But doing that for 3 straight weeks is probably not the best call. Not the best use of my time. I feel like I can go to other places. So I'm just gonna, and that's what I've been trying to do. I've been like, yeah, you know, even if I do end up in that area, I'm probably not gonna, well, if I do end up in that area, maybe, but I'm not gonna solely go there just because, like, oh, like, Little Tokyo. Like, I'm not gonna do that just because, you know? So, so that's what that was, but so that plan fell through. I had a couple of other things I wanted to do. One of them was, since the weather has gotten a lot nicer, weather update by the way, it is 70, what's the temperature right now? 70 degrees. Beautiful, chef's kiss, beautiful weather. The only way it could be even better if it was cloudy, because don't get me wrong, I mean, I guess that's kind of asking for too much living in LA where it's, you know, sunny a lot, pretty much always sunny. But I like my cloudy days, and there have been some cloudy days. In fact, I think yesterday it rained a little bit here, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I think because last weekend I went to, and I think I mentioned this in my stream, but last weekend I went to Griffith Park, Griffith Observatory, and it was beautiful because 1, the weather was great, and 2, it was cloudy, so it wasn't like the sun was bearing down on me as I went on my super steep hike that nobody told me was actually that steep. People were like, oh, it's such an easy hike. And they were absolutely lying because that is not correct. According to the encyclopedia of blah, 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 that was incorrect. So if you're ever interested in going to Griffith Park, especially if you're going to be parking in like that free parking zone that's kind of near the base, yeah, be prepared to hike up very steep paths because it's very steep and you have to go up a long ways, because it turns out if you're parking at the bottom and then Griffith Park is on the top of the hill. What the f— Sorry, I'm just hearing shit. Apparently my neighbors are having tap dancing lessons, my upstairs neighbors, so that's cool. I love that. Oh wait, actually, what is going on? Sorry, I just... Okay, it stopped. Well, anyway, whatever. It's probably not me. I think the short time I've lived here, I think I've discovered that the soundproofing is pretty damn good. Like, I don't even hear any of my neighbors. The only things I hear is, like, occasional stomps of the upstairs neighbors, which, actually, that reminds me, I need to get that light fixed, because one of my lights is just very weird, where every time there's, like, my neighbors, like, walking across the floor, I guess any sort of vibration, makes the lights flicker, which is a little bit not great when my lights have a setting where it's like you can like change it. It's like you turn it off and then you turn it on and it's a different light setting, so it's like either warm, cool, or like normal. And every time that happens, it just kind of switches from like, it just flickers from like, oh, cool, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm. It's just, it does that whenever it's like they're walking around, so I should probably get that fixed. Call maintenance about that. I'll have to do that after this stream, I guess. I've been holding off on it, but it is kind of annoying just watching that happen every time they walk across. It's not even like stomping across, it's just like just walking, where it's like it just, that triggers it. Like the softest taps. I don't even know how that happens. That's weird, whatever. What was I talking about? Oh right, Griffith, yeah. So I did that last weekend. And I was like, yeah, the weather was even better. Well, equally as better this week, so I was like, I gotta do some more outdoor stuff, especially as it gets kind of colder. Colder, LA colder. Cooler. As it gets a little bit cooler, it may not be the... I mean, even then, it's still, like, really good weather. Excuse me, so... That's not necessarily a turn-off more than anything, but... This is kind of that sweet spot where it's, like, it's not too cold, but it's not too hot. Actually, more than anything, I wish it was a little bit colder. I guess I could wait a little bit longer, but... Might as well take advantage of the weather while I can, you know? Trying to get out, touch grass, that kind of thing, so... I have been looking around at places, outdoor stuff that I can do. There's definitely a lot of things, you know, a lot of hiking trails, a lot of stuff. Not even just kind of like not even too far from where I'm currently, so it's kind of nice. One of the things that I was looking at potentially doing, hold on, this one. One of the things that I had on my radar was there's the Arboretum, which if you don't know what an Arboretum is, it's basically just like the big nature preserve thing. And I mentioned before, I do love my nature, so I was just like, hell yeah, I'm down for any nature here in the concrete jungle that is Los Angeles and the surrounding area. So I was thinking about doing that today, but then I saw that apparently they were doing an event where it's like bring your dog to the park. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not opposed to dogs, but I've never really been comfortable around dogs because I never really grew up around them, or cats too, you know, just pets in general. The only pets I've had are like fish and my pet Rock over here, Mr. Fredward J. Rock, but yeah, so I've never really been too comfortable around the creatures. I don't hate them necessarily, it's just I'm always just like, I don't know how to behave around you, so I'm sure that maybe someday I'll be more exposed to them and then, you know, learn to be more comfortable around them, but for right now it's just like not really my favorite. And so I didn't think it was a good idea to go to the Arboretum with an event catered to dogs where there's probably going to be tons of them around, especially with how beautiful it is outside. So I figured, I was like, yeah, I probably might just go tomorrow. And then today I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll go to that that one exhibit or whatever that I was talking about earlier, and then go about my day with that. And then on the way, stop by Japan, or Little Tokyo, because why not? It's on the way. You know, that's my mentality nowadays. Unfortunately, that plan got thwarted, and I was going to take public transportation because I don't want to... I mean, don't get me wrong, I love driving, but like, I'm not gonna... I mentioned the whole like, oh, parking's not free, parking's gonna be kind of a bitch, sometimes the traffic is gonna be bad, I'd rather just not take my chances, I'll just take the train. Unfortunately, the train decided not to come for some reason or another. Apparently there was a delay going on, so I was just waiting for the train to come. The train said it was going to be coming in 12 minutes. That's fine, I can wait. A few minutes later, train coming in 20 minutes. Okay, that's weird. A few minutes later, train coming in 24 minutes. Okay, I guess the train's not coming then. So that was a bit of a riff, so... You know, in hindsight, maybe I could have just drove over there, you know, last desperate attempt. But like, that exhibit is open until January, so like, I have tons of time. It's not like I have to go this weekend. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do it next week or whatever, or like next month or whenever, you know, whenever I have the time. I'm not in a rush for that. And like, probably a good idea because I'm sure it would have been really crowded, especially since the film festival is happening at that time, and I'm sure people who are just gonna have shared interest because it's not a Japanese film festival, but it's like a kind of mostly steered around kind of East Asian kind of films, so I'm sure the audience of that is going to be especially interested in that kind of exhibit. So I'm sure there's going to be tons of people there. So in hindsight, I think it was probably a good idea not to go this weekend or today. Maybe tomorrow would be a better choice, but what I ended up doing was I ended up going to the mall, which is kind of counter to actually what I was, my whole thing of, oh, let's go and do things outside because it's a freaking mall where everything's in, well, not every store, but like most of the stores were indoor. But you know what? I did it anyway because I was just like, you know, I put on sunscreen, I'm ready for outdoor stuff, and I don't want to be stuck inside. So I took my car, drove over to the shops at Santa Anita, which is literally right next to the Arboretum. Which actually I was planning to go on, kind of hit all the stops there, do the Arboretum, go to the mall, and then maybe because the racetrack, the famous Santa Anita Park, is literally right there as well. So I was maybe planning on just walking around there, seeing what that's like. So I will be going over there because there's actually going to be a not Umamusume meetup exclusively. It's more, I think it's like a Japan Cup Fair or whatever. It's like a collaboration with one of the racetracks in Japan, the Oi racetrack. Oi, my favorite named Oi. But yeah, so there's a fun kind of family festival there, but apparently there's also going to be a Umamusume fan meetup, so I'm going to be going there, maybe have a couple of friends join as well. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's not too far from where I live. It's not, I shouldn't say like specifics, but it is not too far driving distance from where I live, which is pretty nice also. It's kind of crazy, because I've heard of Santa Anita Park before. Even before I got into Umamusume, I knew that was kind of one of the more famous racetracks around here in the US. And so it's kind of crazy that I live literally like not too far from it. It's pretty close driving distance. It is neat, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I was planning on doing that. I think my first stop was the mall. In hindsight, terrible idea. Terrible. Oh, and here, I don't remember my controls, so that's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. I lost the sheet that has all my controls. Where's my tired? Where's my there it is. Oh, because this was me today when I was trying to find parking for that mall was an absolute nightmare. I don't know what it is about that one. Maybe it was the fact that I got there a little bit later than when I usually get to like the malls in the area. Because I've been to quite a few malls. I've slowly turned into a mall connoisseur ever since I moved over here. This is the third or fourth mall I've been to. Depends on your definition of what a mall is, but like this is the third major mall I've been to. I went to Del Amo or the Animate store, which is the only one here in the US as far as I know, I think. Because they have locations all over Japan. They have a few in like other Eastern countries. They have 2 in Korea. I thought there was 1, but it's actually 2, which is pretty cool. I've been to 1. But did I select the right one? Oh god, wait, that might have been the wrong. I should have actually looked. I don't know why I didn't look. I'm stupid, that's why. Yeah, it was just like I went to Del Mar, or Del Mar? Fashion outlets at Del Mar. I went to the Glendale Galleria, and then this one at the Santa Anita shops. Also, hey Dodge, what's up? Good seeing you again. Hey Shino, just got notified you're on and wanted to come say hi. Yeah, appreciate it. I know this isn't Truck Sim, so it's like, you know, I don't know if this is really your cup of tea, but I still appreciate you hanging out, and hope you're having a good Saturday. Just been running through this, talking about my day, I guess, and how the week's been going. Or eventually just going to talk about how the week's been, but been on a long-winded thing about today, about all my plans that got thwarted, and then eventually I just got to the mall. Yeah, the mall, it was alright. As a new mall connoisseur, I can tell you that out of the 3, and yeah, it's not that many, out of the few I've been to, I definitely say this one by far is not my favorite. I would probably not come back, even though it's not even that far from me. Like, I'd much prefer going to, like, freaking the one in Torrance, which is like a 40-minute drive. Like, or maybe I shouldn't be that specific, like 40, 50, depends on traffic. I don't know, parking was a bitch. It was so hard. Every spot was taken. It was just like, I think it took me like at least 15 minutes to try, 10, 15 minutes to try and find parking. It was insane. Granted, it was Saturday at like 2 p.m. So like, I mean, that was a little bit of it, but like, even then, like, when I went to the Glendale Galleria, parking was not that hard to find, and I went there around like 12 p.m. I don't think that should be too much of a difference is the thing, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So that was interesting. It was funny too, because like when I went into the mall, it wasn't really that crowded. Like, I would think like, oh, it's so, what is happening? Uh-oh, my VPN probably stopped working. Yeah, here's the other thing too. Ever since I moved to this new place, unfortunately, and let me stop being tired for a sec. Ever since I moved into this new place, I unfortunately have had to use the, oh, it's working again. Okay, great. I had to use VPN to connect to this game, which is kind of a little bit of a pain. I've gotten used to it at this point, but like, it is kind of a pain just having to get used to it. Because yeah, it means stuff like this, where sometimes the VPN stops working and then I have to reconnect it and all that. And I have the setup for it anyway, because whenever I am at like public Wi-Fi's, like hotels or like offices and stuff, usually this game doesn't work in those public settings, and so I've had to use the VPN to connect to like a Japanese IP so that it actually works. But unfortunately, my current Wi-Fi is apparently also like that, so what do I want to take here? What's the difference between option 1 and option 2? Am I stupid? There's no difference, right? Am I stupid? Right? It's the same skill, same stats, same everything. What? Am I stupid? There's no difference between these 3. I guess I'll take the first one. I was looking at the options and I'm like, they're all the same. What am I looking? Is there anything different? Am I stupid? Is this a spot the difference where I'm like, I'm trying to find what's the difference here? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I haven't even been talking about this run, which has actually been going surprisingly well, actually. It's almost about to end, and I think we're almost pretty much maxed out all the skills that stats that I needed. Yeah, we're almost full for... Guts is almost filled. Wisdom is almost filled. Wisdom's never a problem. Power... If anything, right now, I think actually speed is a bit of an issue. And again, stamina, look at that. Stamina's already at 962, and that's probably going to get up to 1200 by the time we're done. Actually, we don't have very many turns. Ooh, this is actually getting kind of iffy. I will hopefully we get some good speed training, because otherwise this ain't looking too great. But if we can get that going, I mean, we got that, we got the S distance. I mean, that's already looking good. I think not stat-wise, but like skill-wise, I think we're fine too. So, okay, that's a good start. Yeah, we'll see. This could be it actually. This could be the one I can use. We're not gonna watch live, even though I said that the song is a bop. I'd rather not get copyright claimed. Hey, there she is, Ines. Not the one I'm training, but my favorite character nonetheless. Okay. Where's my rainbow? Where's my rainbow friendships? There's no rainbow friendships here. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. In that case, I might do something controversial. And actually, no, I should do this. At least get some stats out of this. Okay. But yeah, TLDR went to mall. There were a few. I mean, they had a Kinokuniya, which, if you don't know that, it's like a Japanese bookstore. It was alright. It was. I mean, it wasn't like in a dedicated like big spot like you think like flagship stores like that kind of thing. It wasn't in like that area. It was more like, it was just in like a standard like kind of. Not booth, what's the word? Like storefront? It was like in a standard storefront, so it was very, and yeah, it was very small. Doesn't help that there were a ton of people, so it was pretty crowded. It was alright. Honestly, I will say the one in Torrance, the one on the Del Amo, whatever mall it is, like that one was smaller. That one was the smallest Kinokuniya I've been to. But I will say that I think the one that I went to today is definitely the second smallest one I've been to. Probably wouldn't go back again, to be honest. Like, it was alright, but I don't know, their selection was pretty whatever. And honestly, the back of their store was so messy, dude. It was just like, there were still like books and stuff there, but it was so crowded. It was like, they had boxes on top of boxes. It was like, I feel like it's like maybe they didn't have room in the back or something, but it's just like, this is kind of messy. It's just like, and there's books here that I'm trying to look at, but it's like blocked by these boxes, and it's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to look at what you have, but didn't see that, so alright. Man, I wish the speed was a little bit higher, but honestly, can't complain considering I maxed out these 3 stats. Again, stamina is not a concern. And then let me get this going, and then see what we got. But yeah, there's a Kinokuniya. In terms of other interesting stores, I mean, it has its standard stores. I've noticed that all these malls have like, I mean, no shit, but like all these malls have like the standard like stores. But I'm talking like stuff like there's like a Miniso, which is like not Daiso, unfortunately. There was a Daiso actually, that was kind of fun. Going back to Daiso, mini Japanese goods store, that kind of thing. But no, there wasn't really anything that interesting otherwise. There was a Lego store, but at the end of the day, there's really the Legos that I'm interested in aren't necessarily the ones that they have a lot of. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like basically it's just like a small subsection of like, here's the adult Lego sets, and then everything else. I mean, obviously because Lego's still trying to cater to like kids and stuff, so like they have a lot of those kinds of sets, but it's like, where's I'm trying to fulfill my nostalgia here. It's like, give me more of these fun. Not fun, but more complicated sets that I can kind of get into. That's what I'm here for. But they didn't have a lot of those, so it was pretty whatever. Let me see, anything? I used up all my skills there. Okay. If I had to predict, I think this is going to be probably UB 6 or 5. I don't think it's going to be like high UB, unfortunately, so... But maybe I could be wrong, I don't know. I just say that just because I think the speed isn't as high as it could be, and like, the other stuff is also just pretty eh, but let's see what we got here. We got UB3, okay, a little bit lower than I thought it was gonna be. That's alright. I mean, with the way that sprinters are inherently, like, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of UA ranked Umas, to be honest, in the CMs. Like, I think they're gonna be like high UBs at the most. But even something like this isn't really that bad. I think it's a pretty good start, actually, so I'll take it. Yeah, look at that, see? That's a second ranked Uma. Second ranked Grand that I've been able to make, so good job me. Yay, look at that. And there's the event going on, but I don't really care too much because I don't think it's unlike the English version or like the global version, there's no grinding needed for these events because it's so easy to get event points now. I'm not too worried about that. Alright. So that was Gran, and we got Ines over here. I think next I might transition over to another character now, which means we're gonna have to go back to the whole, like, I need to figure out what skills to take. Let's do that. Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I saw somebody, a fatty's approaching. Who is that? Is that Helios? I think that's Helios. That is Helios. You see the fatty over here? Look at that fatty. Look at her eating all that. I think that, yeah, yakisoba. Look at her eating that yakisoba. Trying to be all like, trying to be like an oguri over here. Look at that. Look at that belly. Look at that. Shaking my head. And you call yourself an elite athlete? You call yourself an elite athlete? Man. I wish I could eat that much food. Can't really do that nowadays. I don't think I don't think I mentioned it on stream. Yeah, because I went to a doctor recently for my physical, you know, standard stuff of like, oh, like time to see like how you're doing, and also the main reason I went was just so I can get my meds kind of updated, more so speak, like trying to get them down a little bit. Thankfully, I've been a lot better in terms of the whole depression, anxiety stuff. So I got that medication down a little bit. I haven't taken them yet. I still have my old ones that I had in my little pill box, but starting tomorrow, I'll take the reduced load, so we'll see how that goes. See what happens with the reduced. Fun times. Do I do Believe or Aston Machan? Let's do Aston Machan. Where are you? You're right here. Yeah, here she is. Man. Aston Machan, you silly Billy, you. Ever since I met the VA of her in real life and got a picture with her, like I definitely have a lot more of a soft spot for her now because of that. It's like, yeah, that's good times. I still have the picture. I was able to show her. Like, I had my phone pulled out. I think I told this story on stream before. Like, this was a convention that I went to. I just happened to go to a panel just because, like, why not? It's like, oh yeah, she voices Aston Machan. I mean, she, by she, I mean, I think her name is Honoka Inoue. Dude, that last name is so hard to pronounce for me. Inoue Honoka, yeah. So that's her, yeah. She famous for having, her mother also is a famous VA voice actress, Seiyu. So she also got into the industry. She has a few roles that have, I mean, she's recently gotten into some pretty big roles, actually. I think she got, if you all watched Kaoru Hana to no Rin to Sakura, I still don't know what the name of that is, like The Fragrant Flower Blooms with You or whatever. It's like the romance show that I think, is it done airing? I know it aired last season. I think it's still airing, question mark. But that one is, yeah, the main character, Kaoruko or whatever, she voices her, and then she also voiced Anne Shirley in the anime called Anne Shirley. So she is getting more popular, so it's kind of awesome because, like, I went to the panel and, like, and then there was, like, a little surprise where it's like, oh, she's, like, because there weren't that many people at the panel, because, I mean, she wasn't really that popular, to be honest, but, like, there were still a few people, and it was just like, she was like at the end of the panel, was like, yeah, it's like, or the translator was like, yeah, she has a special surprise, you know, everybody at this panel can have the opportunity to have one-on-one pictures with her, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. So while I was getting ready for like, oh, what pose should I do, all that stuff, I had my phone out, and I was just like, well, one thing I realized was stupid was like, I'm gonna use my phone to take the picture, but then she was also taking a second picture with, I think, her phone or her manager's phone or whatever. And so with that picture, I took out my phone, I opened up my Uma game, and I showed her, oh, look, it's Machan. And it's just like, oh, even though I can't speak Japanese, it's like, it's still the language barrier wasn't, you know, a problem in that. It's like, oh, yeah, it's Machan. It's like, yeah, it is. It's like, I'm Uma. So that was pretty cool. Got to take a picture with that. Still have that somewhere. And Anyway, that was a long tangent. Let me try and figure this out. So Seiyun's guy is definitely one that I need. Who's the other one? Bakshino. Do I have a I do have Bakshino parent. Are you a good? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, that's good. That's real good. Thank you. It's a good thing I have some pretty good parents or friends. Parent friends? I mean, that's also true in real life. I have good parents. Shout out to my mom. She's a real one. Also, I guess shout out to my dad. I mean, not really in my life, but he still exists. You know, I actually got a call from him Thursday, Friday. It was like during work, and he was like, I think he was in the middle of like work or something, work trip, and like he called me, like did a voice call. So that was pretty fun. We do talk on occasion, but trying not to get too personal about this stuff. But like, yeah, I was raised single parent household, divorced, you know, all that stuff. So I didn't really have too much of a connection with him. But like, whenever I do go to Korea, I definitely try, or like my mom definitely tries to do a whole thing where it's like, you should go on a trip with your dad. So you know, I do that every time I go over there, which is still nice, you know. And it's kind of funny because like he's learning Korean, or he's learning English, and I mentioned like I don't really have that great Korean knowledge, unfortunately. So it's kind of interesting where it's like our communication consists of he speaks Korean, I speak English, and then from there we kind of still understand each other. It's kind of funny, you know. It's fun how that works sometimes. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm trying to find a good Seiyun's guy. I have a lot of Seiyun's guys because obviously she is the best parent for frontrunners. I don't think I have a good Seiyun's guy that has a short aptitude. I think the best I really have is like a mile, which isn't real. Oh wait, no, this could be pretty good. But I want somebody that has good speed, because right now I don't have any good speed cards, or speed inherits. So let me try and find one that has a better, more speed inherits, so I can get that limit up. It's not really that much better, actually. Fuck. Are you better? No. Maybe that one was actually better. That one? No. Oh, shenanigans. Was it this one? I think it was this one that was not too bad. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good for parents, and then for cards. Okay, so there is one card, this Calstone O card. Where are you? That I actually do have some copies of. I don't have all the copies because I'm not a freaking whale. Not that much of a whale. I am a whale, or maybe I shouldn't say I'm a whale. Yeah, I'm trying to cut back on spending in this game because like I realize I spend a bit too much on this game with real life money, so I should probably stop doing that. Yeah, I do have one copy of her, but like that's not the most ideal. What skill does she give, actually? Because if it's really worth it for like the skill she gives, maybe I might take her and then just eat the cost of it. Hold on. Characters. Ports. Alstone Light O. In high spirits. I'll try it once, and that might be stupid considering, you know, I'm gonna be only using one speed card, but we'll try that, and if it doesn't work, I'll just say screw it. Okay, so Calstone Light O will use this speed card. Where are you? You are over... Where are you? You're here. Okay. Also, I love the art of this, by the way. You have the friggin' Neko and then all the little mini Nekos over here of the other characters. That was cute. Okay. That's still fine, that's still fine, that's still fine. Definitely. Oh. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, you could do... I didn't know you could... Wait, what? I didn't know you can do that. What? That's crazy. Oh. Oh. Wow, okay. This is like the time I found out that I can unlock and lock my phone by like tapping on the home screen twice. It's like, my mind was blown. My mind is blown. Like, actually though, like what the heck? I did not know that was a thing. I mean, that's not really that useful because it's like one extra click because I'm gonna replace it anyway, but that's still cool. I mean, that's still kind of interesting knowing that that's a thing. Where's the card? Die with Scarlet. Where are you? Wait, actually, where is Die? Hello? Where's my Die with Scarlet? Am I stupid? Oh, there she is. Okay. Wait, that's not right. I was about to use the wrong speed card. I was so enamored by what I just discovered that I had to recopy everything. Where is it? Calstone Light. Okay. We'll see how poorly this goes. Because, I mean, the last... It's funny, because, like, the last run I just did, I also had a dearth of power or whatever. So, like, this is probably not going to go well either. But... whatever. Who cares? We'll see. Oof. Wow. What was I talking? Anyway. Oh right, yeah, Machan and her VA. Yeah. So yeah, ever since then I've had a soft spot for Machan the character. I mean, I've always kind of liked Astro Machan, don't get me wrong, but like definitely ever since then I've been like, ooh, definitely in the top tier of my favorite characters. Which, speaking of tiers, I definitely need to get back to doing another version of my Umamusume tier stream, because the last time I did that, I'm still so annoyed at the fact that the first 45 minutes of that was muted because I was stupid. And that ended up being one of my better streams, like in terms of like VODs, like views and stuff like that. So that kind of sucks that that was one of my most successful ones, which I think ended now that and I haven't checked it in a little bit, but from what I've seen, I think my most successful VOD video on my YouTube is, for some reason, my Fenomeno playthrough, which is really weird because it's like Fenomeno isn't really that popular. I guess it might be because it's a really short video. It was only like a 54-minute stream because I think it was just one of those where it's just like, let me do it like literally the night it came out, and I was like, okay, I'll just do it really short and then do like one run and then I'm done. So it's very short, very short stream. So maybe that might be a reason why there's so many views on that. Get people more enticed for slightly shorter content. Who knows? And that's the other thing too. I can always go and be like, oh, you know, maybe I can edit down some of these videos or some of these streams into more consumable content. But that would require me having to do editing and learn all that stuff, which, don't get me wrong, that does sound interesting, but like, I don't know, I think it's that one phrase, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I don't think having to do, like, learn all of that just doesn't seem like it's gonna be that worth it for me at the end of the day. So I'll just stick with posting my VODs as sort of a history, on my YouTube at least, just posting all the histories there, so eventually when Twitch deletes them, it's at least it's still there somewhere. But yeah, what else? I mean, is there anything else notable that happened besides today? I mean, so yeah, after the whole mall shenanigans, you know, that was like, oh, why did I do this? I'm so tired. And of course, instead of going straight home, I decided to just go to H Mart, which is, I love shopping in Asian grocery stores. Actually, that mall had a 99 ranch 99. Dude, the whole meme of that, it's like, I think it's 99 ranch, but there's this whole meme about like, oh, it's actually ranch 99. So now it's to the point of where I'm like, I don't actually remember what the actual name of it is. Is it ranch 99? Is it 99 ranch? I don't know. It's one of those two. But I stopped by there, just walk around, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything here, but maybe I'll go to H Mart because it's literally right next to the mall. It's actually literally right in that area. So I just stopped by, got a few stuff, went to the bakery, got some breads. That's what I had for dinner. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I think I was going to talk about it, but then I kind of got sidetracked, was my physical that I went to with my doctor. Well, the main reason I did that was for decreasing the med dosage, but the other reason was to see how healthy I am, and unfortunately it turns out I'm actually not as healthy as I thought I was, because when they did the blood tests and all that, they found that the cholesterol was actually a bit high. In fact, it's actually quite a bit high, so they were like, oh, that's not good. And I remember because I think it was like a few days after I had the physical, and I got a phone call from the office. They were like, "Oh, we'd love to schedule a follow-up to discuss your lab results," and I'm like, "Uh-oh, that's not good. That's probably not good." So I scheduled that for a few days after, because I just to go to the office and stuff. But like I did that. It was a virtual thing, but the doctors was like, "Yeah, your cholesterol's high, and like you're also testing kind of for pre-diabetes as well. So it's like, yeah, you need to make some lifestyle changes." And I'm like, "That's fair. I definitely need to. Like I definitely need to exercise. That's also a thing. Like I've done almost no exercise since moving over here." Which is even worse, especially since now I drive everywhere instead of walking. Because like, at least with when I was still living in Chicago, like I could walk everywhere. That's kind of some form of exercise, kind of get away with that. But with, like here, it's just like I can't really do that anymore since I drive most places. So that was a wake-up call. So yeah, that just kind of, I was just like, yeah, I should probably cut down on the snacking and the unhealthy meals. So that was a little bit of a wake-up call, I guess. That's not the right one that I wanted. Which all to say, I think it just means that I do need to actually. I think it's just really just cut down on snacks, because I really do snack a little bit more than I probably should. Sometimes replacing meals with snacks, which isn't really great. No, I didn't want that. I didn't want that one. It's fine. And then yeah, I need to exercise, which yeah, after this stream I'm probably gonna go hit the gym. I do have the nice part about this apartment complex is there's a gym downstairs, so I can just go over there, hit the treadmill, run to some Umamusume songs, pretend that I'm an Umamusume, and enjoy my life that way. So I'll probably do that after this, just so I can feel better about myself. But yeah, I need to start getting to better habits. And you do as well. No, just kidding. I don't know. Hopefully y'all are staying healthy as well. I mean, if you're not, that's also fine, because I can't really blame you. I shouldn't be the moral judge of being like, oh, you need to eat healthier, you need to exercise more, because I also have the same thing of I also need to do that. So that's what it is. We'll get through this. We'll get through this together. You know, I'll talk about my shit. Y'all can chime in whenever, and we can go about ourselves that way. But that's hopefully future. In the next few months, I can be a little bit better about my life, because I am getting older. You know, I'm not old, but like I am getting a little bit older. I'm still at a nice young age, you know, especially compared to most of the people at my work. Jeez, I think I'm not the youngest by far, but I am one of the younger people in my team, for sure. Like I mentioned before, how there's a good number of people in my team who have been in the company longer than I've been alive. So it's just kind of a little bit eye-opening, to say the least, about that, but it's kind of interesting just to be like, it speaks to good things about how there's a good number of people who have been staying at the company for that long. They must love working there, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's hopefully I will be the same. And it's kind of funny looking at, because I was looking at LinkedIn for some reason, I don't know why. I decided just out of curiosity today, I think right before this stream started, I was like, I wonder how my peeps are doing on LinkedIn. Mainly also because I saw somebody who I used to work with in my old company reached out like for connection and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I want to see how this, I'll accept it, see how he's doing. Only to find out, well, one, I already knew that my old company was bought out by a bigger company, so I knew that was happening, but apparently they just recently made it official, and there's a whole bunch of people who just got laid off from my old company as a result. So honestly, in hindsight, if I didn't get laid off, I probably would have also ended up in a weird in-between scenario. It doesn't look like anybody from my team ended up getting laid off, but also a lot of the people from my team don't really post on LinkedIn, so I can't really say. But I guess we'll see in the next few days if I see any posts like, oh, well, unfortunately, you know, I'm looking for a new position, blah blah blah. I would love to, blah blah. You know, that kind of LinkedIn BS that I'm so glad I'm away from now that I actually have a job. But yeah, basically healthy. I need to be healthy. And hopefully y'all are healthy too, you know? It's just... hopefully that's That is how it is. Ooh, wow, that is quite the amount of guts over here. That is what we want to see. In other random news, we're gonna get into sports talk now, so if you're not a sports fan, feel free to drown my voice out as I kind of go into sports mode for a little bit. But the baseball playoffs started. Well, technically they started, but the playoffs, at least for my team, started. The good old Milwaukee Brewers, because the NLDS started today. So that was pretty fun. Unfortunately, I had to go to freaking I didn't mention this. I also before the whole shenanigans with the mall and the shopping and stuff, I actually went to my eye exam to get my contact prescription renewed. And unfortunately, I scheduled it before the whole schedule for the baseball playoffs came out for this round. So unfortunately, I scheduled it right as the Brewers were playing. So I was able to watch at least like the first half inning, and then I had to go to the office. So that was kind of unfortunate. Which sucks because, you know, I missed the whole beatdown that the Brewers did against the Cubs. Because, man, oh man, the fact that they scored 9 runs in the first 2 innings, that was, oh, chef's kiss, cathartic. It was so good, especially with the recent struggles that the Brewers have had in the playoffs. So nice to be able to see that. I mean, it's still one game, don't get me wrong. They still need to win. It's a best of 5, so they need to win the next 2 games. Hopefully within the next 4 games, that kind of thing. But... oh no, not Mile. I don't want Mile. Give me S short. That's not what I wanted. Come on, game. So yeah, still too early to say, but definitely a good start for sure. I am very hopeful. And a little bit of a pipe dream is that if the Brewers do end up moving on, which again, not 100% guaranteed, but definitely looking a lot better. Yeah, if they move on and the Dodgers happen to move on in their series against the Phillies, then there is a possibility that I might be able to go watch a playoff game at Dodger Stadium featuring the Brewers. And that would be super hype. I've been to a few playoff baseball games, some involving my team, some not. I think the most recent one I went to was, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago? 2 years ago, I want to say, back when the Brewers were facing off against the Diamondbacks in the Wild Card Series. And then they lost in an upset, which was awesome. I love that. And by awesome, I mean I hated myself. And I drove all the way to Milwaukee just to watch them lose. So that was cool. And then before that, I think I watched, it was at Oakland, back when the Athletics were still in Oakland. I still hate the fact that they moved out of Oakland. It's so shitty how all that went down, but yeah. When they're still the Oakland Athletics in Oco Coliseum, or whatever the name of it is, the Coliseum, went to a baseball game there because I was living in that area at that time, pretty close to there, so I was able to go to the game, and I went to the wildcard game there. I think it was against the Rays. That was back when the wildcard series were only 1 game rather than the 3-game series that it is now. So unfortunately, they also lost that game. So unfortunately, I don't have a very good track record of going to baseball games, playoff games. So now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't go to a game against the Dodgers with the Brewers, a hypothetical, because maybe that might not be good juju, but I don't know, that might be a fun experience. Get to check off another ballpark that I get to go to. I've been to quite a few. Like I went to... how many ballparks have I been to? For baseball games, 5. For overall, 6. Because I went to Petco Park, which is in San Diego, for a tour, but I actually never been to a baseball game there. I just went around for like a tour and stuff, which is a bit different, but it's like... still got to go to the park and stuff. But yeah, in terms of actual parks that I've been to, went to one Am Slam Clam in Milwaukee. Went to both Chicago parks, so Wrigley Field and whatever the heck they call the one in White Sox Stadium nowadays. I don't know what they call that nowadays. It's like Rate Field or whatever. I don't even know. Freaking corporate names. Yeah, Rate Field. Ooh, that's nice. I've been to both of the Bay Area ones. Well, I mean, Oakville Coliseum isn't one anymore. The Coliseum isn't one anymore, unfortunately. But like, I've been to the Coliseum quite a few times actually. I was actually pretty close to living. I lived pretty close to there, so I caught a lot of games while the Athletics were playing. And then I've been to a Giants game, and then yeah, that's 5. So technically 6. So yeah, now that I live here, I'd definitely love to go to Dodger Stadium for a game. I don't know if it'd be really feasible to go to where the Angels play, because it's kind of far from where I live, but maybe I might make a trip one day and just kind of go all the way out to Anaheim, Orange County sort of thing. Make it a whole day thing. Who knows? But yeah, it's not really too feasible. Not as feasible as Dodger Stadium, unfortunately, because I don't live as close there as I do Dodger Stadium. Like, I can get to Dodger Stadium relatively easy. It's not even, like, yeah, Dodger Stadium I can get to relatively easy even through, like, public transit, which I probably is honestly a better idea because, like, the traffic around Dodger Stadium is just, like, absolutely terrible. Like, I've experienced, like, the few times that I've driven downtown, and the few times I have is, like, when I had to pick up my car and when I had to go to and from the dealership where I got my car, because I got it all the way in the South Bay, which meant like a 40-minute drive and all that. Yeah, it was definitely, the traffic definitely was a thing right around where, I mean, one, it was, I think that area kind of is where the 5 meets, I don't quote me because I don't know the exact like highway still around there, but like where the 10 meets the 5 or something? I don't know. That could be completely BS from what I know. Basically where highways meet and like merge, and so there's like a lot of traffic going around, and it doesn't help when there's Dodgers games there, because then there's that traffic. It's a whole shit show. LA, you know, standard LA traffic. You still planning on going to the fan meetup in a couple of weeks? Yeah, I'm planning on it. I already bought the tickets, so I am definitely planning on going. I think the question is, do I want to cosplay? And so this is it's a loaded question, because there's like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that just like goes into that. But man, I do want to cosplay. Don't get me, it's been a long time since I cosplayed. The last time I did that was way back in college when I was in the anime club and we had like our like TLDR, we had like a convention that we ran. Dress code policy was either like A, formal clothes, or B, cosplay, so I'm like, I'm just gonna cosplay. So I did like a maid outfit, which, looking back, kind of, I guess, was the first sign that maybe I wasn't a cisgender person. You know, maybe that was the first sign there. It was for a couple people, that's for sure, I can tell you that. One person who also joined in the dressing of a maid outfit ended up coming out as non-binary, so kind of funny how that works out. I might go, but I haven't decided yet how much were tickets. I don't know what it was for standard, because I bought the, it's not the VIP, but like the whatchamacallit, I bought special tickets that were like, include like a drink and like a betting ticket and stuff, and that cost $30, I think. I think standard tickets were $10, I want to say. Although the price might change, because I think that might have been an early bird price here. Let me actually take a look real quick. Santa Anita Park. Yeah, so I mean, if you're in the LA area, or like if you are thinking, or like if you're anywhere close to like, yeah, LA and that kind of area, definitely come on by. I know there's gonna be a big fan. I know somebody on Twitter has been planning a big fan meetup, because there is a, when is it happening again? Here, let me switch to the screen. Actually, let me take a little bit of a break from the game. Yeah, Santa Anita Park. Event. It was what, the 25th? Yeah, the 25th of September, of October. Sorry, is yeah, Japan Family Day. There and more. Yeah, you know, standards, fun, family, Japanese food fair, shows, look at that. Yeah, cosplay, cherry tree, grand prize. Wow, look at that. Family activities, fun for the whole family. Also, apparently Umamusume cosplays, so that's a thing. I think it says it says October 25th, 26th. I think the event or the meetup was the 25th. I have to have that bookmarked, but yep. So yeah, I bought this one just because I wanted to be special. But yeah, online mission is $10. Okay, $10. That's not too bad. But yeah, if you're in the area, definitely come on by. You know, I would love to meet more people who are local Umamusume fans. You know, I'm sure there's tons more ever since the game came out. But yeah, it's not too bad, all things considered. Hello. Okay, there we go. But yeah, back to the whole thing about the cosplay. So, because like there's gonna be tons of, or I don't want to say tons of people, but there's definitely gonna be people who are coming or going who are gonna be cosplaying. So I'm like, well, shoot, you know, I've always, in the back of my mind, I've always been like, you know, I'm kind of interested in. It doesn't have to be like a complex thing of like it doesn't have to be like the whole like racing outfit. Like I've seen people do like just the standard like trace in like either like this gym uniform, excuse me, or just like the school the school uniform basically. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I'll just buy like the school uniform, try and get like a wig or something, and then I can be an Uma. I'll get back to you on then. I think I should be free. Yeah, no, let me know if you're free. Definitely be down to meet. I know it's super far for you, so I don't blame you for like, you know, like considering it and not whatever, because I know it's a hell of a drive from where you live. So, but no, it should be interesting. We'll see. I mean, it's not just the Uma stuff. I mean, it's a whole event, right? It's like the food. It's the horse racing. It's the race. It's the fair. You know, it's all the stuff. So, cosplays Akikawa's cat. Most obscure Uma cosplay. It's just like, what are you? Why are you dressed as a cat? It's like, no, you know, you don't know who this is. Come on, you're not a true Umamusume fan. Shaking my head. No, so I was looking around, at being like, okay, well, the outfits shouldn't be too hard to get. Now, the quality of the outfit is probably not great. The ones from the other sites, like I'm sure, like I know there's an official one that they sold that was like hundreds of dollars. That I don't know if I'm going to go for that route, but they do have. There are sites that have the outfits available for pretty relatively cheap price. It's just more so like, what's the quality going to be like? Probably not great, but you know, it's whatever. Well, that's an option. Oh, what is happening? Hello? Why am I getting all these move down events? Also, how have I not done any date events yet? What is happening? I'm not focusing on the game. I'm too busy talking about BS. Yeah, so the outfit is not hard. It's not the hard part. The hard part for me, as somebody whose favorite character is relatively obscure, you know, Ines Fujin, trying to find an Ines Fujin... Well, one, I was like, maybe I can find an Ines Fujin outfit. Although her racing outfit kind of shows the midriff, so I can't really do that as somebody who doesn't really have abs, so to speak, so not the best idea. Maybe if I get swole, maybe I might do that, but I'll save that for later. But even looking at that, there were no outfits for available for her. Which, I mean, to be expected, she's not popular, but like, dang, like I was looking, even like Japanese websites I was looking around, they had like all sorts of different characters. Like they had frickin' Samson Big. If you know who Samson Big is, I would be surprised. Like, she's an Umamusume, but she's not appeared even in the Japanese version. She hasn't even appeared once. I think her first appearance was in the frickin' Star Blossom manga. So like, she is probably the most unknown Uma out there. And even her, she had a couple of outfits that I saw online. But like Ines Fujin, there were no outfits. Like I could not find, or I couldn't find one good one. I guess I could find like a few, but man, they didn't look good. It's like, I don't know about that one, Chief. Like, ooh, that's not great. I don't know if I want to buy that. So yeah, so that was out of the question. And even just finding a wig, like an Ines Fujin wig, Nothing. There were no results. There were all the other characters had wigs. You know, obviously popular characters like Spei, Goldchip, Tokai Teo. You know, insert other popular characters here. Like they had. Oh fuck! I didn't get S short. Okay, well this one's kind of rip. Whatever. But they didn't have it, and I was like, dang, do I have to make my own wig? It is to the point where I'm like strongly considering buying like a default like kind of like standard wig, styling it to Ines Fujin's hairstyle, and then just kind of working with that. The other issue though is that Ines Fujin, if you don't know, she has a freaking visor. Like you see this? Yeah, you see there she is. You see her? She has a freaking visor. So that's another thing I have to figure out. So you know, it's just like, man, you know, if I want to commit, I'm gonna have to really commit. So, and then there's another thought that crosses my mind where I'm like, maybe I'll just get like a Tracen Academy uniform, just one of that, and then like just not even wear a wig and just be like, yeah, I'm just a mob Uma. There has been some thoughts of me just doing that, but I don't know. That's kind of whatever. It's not my favorite idea. That's like last resort sort of thing. But even then, it's like that's like a half-assed commit, I think, in my mind. If I'm gonna cosplay, if I'm gonna go in, I might as well go all in. You know, I'm not gonna just like, I'm not gonna half-ass it and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna whatever. You know, no, I gotta be. It's gotta be good, you know, in my mind. And just be half an Umamusume and just be like, oh, that's good enough. No, it's not. Just show up in like a freaking not sailor outfit. What is it? I guess Uma's outfit, or Tracen's outfits are kind of sailor uniform. So yeah, just show up in a sailor uniform and be like, yeah, it's me. It's me, mob character. Nah, we're not doing that. Yeah. But I mean, I still have time. Although, oh man, it's like I said, it's already October, and that event is happening in 3 weeks. So I probably, if I'm gonna commit, I should probably figure that out now, or like in the next week or so, because I feel like some of those sites that I mentioned with the whole trying to find all the wares, I'm gonna have to order that sooner rather than later. Otherwise, it might not show up on time. So we will see. I am leaning towards I really do want to do it though. I am kind of leaning towards doing it. So because I think it'll be fun, you know. Like I said, I haven't cosplayed in a while. You know, the first time I did it definitely was like, oh, it's fun. I'd love to do this again. And it's funny because the first time I did it was crossplay, complete with freaking makeup that I had somebody do for me. So it was quite the experience, that's for sure. And like the second time I'm going to be doing it again as a crossplay. really taps into my inner non-system, you know. That's how that works apparently. Yeah. Okay, please give me something good. This run has not been great so far. I mean, like I said, it's already DOA because I didn't get the S short that I need. The S sprint or whatever. Short, sprint. It's interchangeable. But it's fine. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Oh, thank goodness, that's the last one. Oh man, I love you, Machan. Thank you for having your last race be in freaking late September, so I can have all these turns for beautiful training. That's the word, training. I was like, what's the word? I was like, I don't remember the word. Uh-oh, brain fart. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Stat gains. That is good content. Although honestly, I think this is starting to become an issue. If it'll show up. Oh look, there's a. Oh wait, okay. For some reason in my mind, I thought I only had 1500 speed, and I was gonna be like, that is a huge issue. Not so much of an issue anymore, actually. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, I mean, how hard can wig styling be? You know, it can't be that hard. It's probably very hard, but like, it can't be that bad. And I don't have to really be... The thing with Ines Fuji is that it's nice that she has short hair. Like, she's not like... The first cosplay I did with the maid, I had like, I think it was Maid Yoshiko from Love Live. So she has longer hair, so I had to get used to kind of wearing like a longer hair wig, and man, that was annoying, but like, at least with Ines, I mean, though she has the side ponytail, which is kind of weird, but that's not horrible. Yeah, honestly, this could be. Hold on, I'm gonna go back on. I'm gonna go on another tangent here. We're gonna do some exploration real quick. No, not you, Special Week. Oh, wow, I can't zoom in though in something like this. Although. This is nice because I have a 360 view. Unfortunately, I don't have a... Oh, shnikes. Actually, hold on. Ines. Yeah, you. Yeah, like, see, like, her hair is, like, I mean, it's not short. You saw in the alternate outfit, like, she has actually kind of long hair, but, like, she ties it up in a side ponytail there, so it's like you kind of see that it's not too... It shouldn't be too bad. Like, that's actually pretty... not too bad. I think the side... Not bangs. The sides. There's a term for that, right? Oh, fuck. Not bangs. Not sideburns. That's not a thing. Side parts. The side parts. That might be a little bit trickier, but maybe I might have to get something that like is that length and then cut the rest of the back of that. And then for her bangs are a little bit weirder because it's like not really that even. That might also be a little bit of something I have to figure out because her bangs, if you look at her non-hat alternatives, you can see it has like the little kind of like the separation there, and then kind of the part between the two there. Yeah. So, again, the hardest part of her is gonna be trying to find something like trying to figure out how to make the visor work. Well, that and also the freaking, what am I gonna use for the ears? Like the horse ears. Because I'm gonna have to find something that's like relatively long, but like, I'm sure they'd sell something like default horse ears that I can just use, and then try and design like some sort of cover for her right ear over there. But man, that hat is gonna be a little bit of a bitch to try and figure out. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I don't know, I keep saying we, as in you all have any stake in this, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, back to gameplay. Oh boy. I have an idea. I'll do that, and then I'll do the last heal event, I think, or the last... I hope it's the last date event. It might be the second to last one, and I might just F to myself. It's the second to last one. It's fine. This one's kind of... Why am I so worried? This one is already DOA. The moment I didn't get the S short inherit, it immediately just died. So let's get that out there. You know what? Maybe I might risk the copyright strike and show y'all with the music video, because I do really like the song for this scenario. I mentioned it before. I really do enjoy it. Been listening to it for a while now. And it's a bop. It's an earworm. It's stuck in my head. Speed, power, stamina. Speed, power, stamina. Speed, power, stamina. Enjoy. Speed, power, stamina. Speed, power, stamina. Speed, power, stamina. Guts and also wisdom. Alright. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Dang, if I got the if I got the short S, I think this would have been good, because like you see, we're almost close to hitting the cap on speed, pretty much on guts, and then power is not honestly that close, but like whatever, who cares. But yeah, we're honestly pretty close with most of the caps there, so oh goody cap. So that is definitely pretty good. That bodes well too, because that means that I don't have to worry too much about using the Cowstone Light O. Despite the fact that it's only like one copy of it, like I can still kind of get away with it. So that's kind of a nice consequences of the experiment, so to say. But yeah, this one actually could be pretty good. Let's see. If I have to say, I think this might end up being, well, it depends on the skills too, but like I think this might end up being like a UB5, UB4? Actually, well, I don't know. Here's the thing, it didn't end up being the speed, or not speed, the stamina only ended up being like 12, it didn't even reach 1200, so that's already kind of a detractor. But like everything else hit its cap, so like, I think it's gonna be like UB4, UB5. Like, I think I'll go that. So, let me fill up the rest of these skills, and then we shall see. And then I think, I don't know if I'm gonna end, but we'll move on to, who's the last one? Believe's skill. And then maybe I might show y'all the Still in Love scenario, because the Still in Love is, that is a crazy scenario for sure. It is a horror film. It's honestly just a horror game in itself, so that was a freaky one to go through. Oh no, I was like, that's one I need. No, that's a long skill. What are you doing? What are you doing, Shino the Penguin? You freaking idiot. Let me make sure I got everything. I know that's not useful right now. Shut up. I'm just taking the gold skill just because I can, just to try and raise her skills up. That's not what I need. That's what I need. Okay. Yes. No. Okay, I have leftover skill points, so I'm gonna do something very stupid. No, I'm not. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna use it on these skills that are never gonna hit. But that's probably a stupid idea, so I'm gonna do this instead. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see what this ends up becoming for us. Okay, do all this stuff too. Gotta do all this fun stuff. Nah. Okay. This is a UB3. How the hell did I get that UB8 with the short Ines Fujin? I don't know. That... It is gonna be really hard to hit like anything like high UBs at this rate. Which, I mean, to be fair, that is fair. Because of the nature of short Umas. But like, dang, that is a tough pill to swallow. Okay, let's see. That, okay. Oh, Chris S, the love of your life, huh? Okay. Let me do this. Let's do Believe. We'll end it off with Believe. Ooh, I believe. Get ready for a lot of Believe puns, by the way. Not really Believe puns, just me saying Believe a lot. Because I am not funny. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so for, oh god, new strategy, I gotta figure this all out. Sorry, let's get into, let me do this. And let me just try and do this as quickly as possible, trying to see which cards to take. Okay. Oh, okay, that's easy enough. I'll take the Bakshino that I had from the previous guy, and then I need a Nishino Flower as well. Apparently those are the best ones to take, so... Nishino Flower, you are not good for this, but you know what? I don't have any options, so we'll go with that. Okay, and then For strategies, let me reset this. Or no, here's what I could do. I can do one of these boys. Haha, yeah, I can do that. Haha, nice. Actually, let me just copy this over to number 6, and then skill cards. Apparently, the Calstone was still pretty good here. Medro Ardon. Wait, hold on. The Medro Ardon card, really? I mean, I guess. Hold on, what does the Medro Ardon card give again? The power card? Ports. Mejiro Arudan. Where are you, Mejiro Arudan? Has it really been that long since it came out? Really? No way. Where are... Wait, where... Am I stupid? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. I completely skipped over it. I love that. Okay. What do you give? You give a leader. That's not good, especially since I'm going to be bringing a runner anyway, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so in that case, I should probably bring... Honestly, I think it's probably just going to be the same as this one. Except I'm going to change this card to McQueen. Does Katobase even, or like, does that skill even activate? Hold on, that's a question I have. Is Katobase a good skill for even short ones? Because I know it's a good whatchamacallit skill. What's the term? Pace Chaser. It's a good Pace Chaser card. If you're in the first half of the pack in the middle of it, yeah, that could be good. Okay, I'll take that one. Sure. Okay. Everything looks fine here. Let's get it on. All right. Believe. It's time to believe, everybody. Hashtag believe. Also, I don't think I mentioned this. Yeah, because I haven't had much opportunity to talk about Uma. Yeah. Believe, the most recent of the new characters to come out, she is, I think, by far the... Maybe I shouldn't say that. She is definitely the candidate for most masculine Uma, which is kind of ironic because she is a mare, or not a mare, a filly, which means that she is a female horse actually in real life as well. You can tell by the fact that she has like the little cap on her left ear. Yeah, it's funny because it's like it's kind of the same with Vodka too, because Vodka is also kind of pretty... I wouldn't say she's the most masculine character, but she's definitely has that vibe. Have I never gotten this? Really? How did I never get this the first time I did this? Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, if we're talking like masculine characters, I mean, there's tons of them, right? Like we got freaking Chris S, Symboli Chris S, series. All the Symboli family really is pretty masculine. Anino Gimlet. Off the top of my head, those are the ones I can think of. But like, if we're thinking about characters that have only showed up in Global, I think Vodka takes the cake. Yeah. And it's funny, yeah, because yeah, it's like they're both fillies, so mares, fillies, whatever the actual term is. But I do like Believe, you know. She, I mean, heck, you can tell by her deeper voice, her generally kudere traits, definitely of that type. But I do like those characters, so she definitely appealed to me. I wouldn't say out of the three of her trio, Believe, Calstone, Lido, and like Durandal. I do like Durandal as well, don't get me wrong. And I'm not the hugest fan of Calstone Lido, but like I do like that she is very... Her personality is very... It's like Boxjin, but like even more one-track mind. Whereas like she's like only focused on straights, like straight lines, running straight, anything with like straightness involved, like that is just her character. So that is Calstone Light O to a T. Or to I should say, because straight line. Although T could be made of 2 straight lines, so maybe I could say that as well. But yeah, believe. Believe, everybody. You just gotta believe for no reason. Believe for no... I only say that because there's no reason right here. I do love some of the names of the characters. Friggin', you got anything from... I don't know. What's an example of like a really long name that's kind of weird? Like an El Condor Pasa. Who has the long... Oh, freaking the Machikanes. Machikane Fukukitaru, Machikane Tanhoiza, Don't Call Her Mambo. Yeah, I mean, you have stuff like that, and then you have like these characters, like the one-word names, like Vodka, Believe, freaking, who else? Why am I not thinking of anybody else? I don't know, there's definitely... aren't there other characters that have like just one name? Orfevre. Or Orfevru, or how the frick you... I still can't pronounce that. Orfe. Orfevru. Orfevru. Orfevre. Orfevru. Orfevru. Gentle Donna. Although that's kind of a longer name. Oh, actually, technically, Machikane Fukukitaru is one word. Although it should be 2, I think. But due to, like, space limitations, I think they made it down to 1 word. Alright, believe. Easy enough. Easy win. I feel like I'm missing... Oh, I mean, vodka. Yeah, vodka's 1 word. So I was thinking, like, who has the shortest name in terms of, like, characters? Believe definitely has to be up there, because her name is only 5 characters, including the little dash that signifies the longer vowel. I think Vodka's is actually shorter, though. Vodka's only, like, it's uo and then ka. And I think there's a line there, so that... I think that's 4. So I think that might be shorter. But I don't know, I could be wrong. Because, yeah, Believe... No, Believe is actually also only 4 characters. Hold on. I'm curious now. How many characters is Vodka? Let me look this up. How do I look this up? Umamusume... characters. Vodka. Oh, there are other... I forgot about the V sisters, like Virginia and Vivlos. Okay, it is only 3 or 4 characters. It's the U, O, and then the little Su, which is basically signifying that it's just like that the next character has to be like extended or something. I don't know how to explain it, but basically yeah, it's Woka, you know. So so it's tied with Believe for the shortest name in Uma history. All right, just a little fun fact, I guess. Put that one there. Oh, hold on, I don't have enough... Wait, how do I not have enough fans for... How many fans do I have right now? Somehow I don't have enough fans for the next race. I'm down 68... Oh my god, okay. That's annoying. Actually, I might be able to make that up by the time that race happens, because I think there's some events that happen that give me fans, so I don't think I should be worried about that, actually. We'll be fine, basically. TLDR. Power. Okay. Oh, where's my rainbow friendship trainings? Below? I guess that's fine. Oh, unrelated note, the other reason why I was so adamant about like going out and about this weekend was because tomorrow is one of the few times when I'm gonna be free because on a Sunday. But like this weekend is gonna be one of the few times in the next few months that I'm gonna be free on a Sunday, like totally free, because the Packers are on a bye week. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even talk about the Packers last week's performance and how that was just underwhelming, I guess. Well, no, it was just, yeah, underwhelming. Is that the right word? Something like that, yeah. If you don't know, the Packers played the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. That was last Sunday. That game ended in a 40-40 tie. Yep, you heard me right. It ended in a tie, because apparently football can still end in a tie. Don't ask me how, or I guess you could ask me how, because there's things that go into that, but it's just basically like, there is an overtime period, but it actually isn't unlimited. It has the same 15-minute, I guess, time limit as the quarters do. So theoretically, like, it could still end in a tie. And apparently the NFL, well, not apparently, like, there's a new rule change this season where before they do like if you don't know, they do like a coin flip before each game just to be like, oh, like, who gets like possession first, who gets all the other stuff, you know, blah blah blah, or like basically just kind of determine who gets possession first. They do that for overtime as well, and before this season, there was, or even like way back in the day, it was super unfair because it's like, or in my mind, because like basically the coin flip decided who wins, because whoever wins basically would take possession of the ball, and then it was basically like first score just wins the game. So like you can get unlucky on the coin flip, like whoever wins the coin flip can like accept the ball, take their offense, score like a touchdown or even a field goal, and then they can just win the game without the other team's offense even touching the ball once, which is super unfair. So they did end up changing that rule, I think, a few years back, where they said that if the other team if the team who gets the ball first scores a field goal, then the other team has a chance to rebut. But if they score a touchdown, then it's just like, it's moot, because like then they automatically win. So that was kind of better, but it was still kind of stupid, because it was like, well, it still kind of doesn't really help the problem. So apparently, I think this season they changed that to where like both teams now have a chance, no matter what happens in the first possession, to, you know, do whatever they do. So, which is kind of nice. But it does result in the fact that like now it's the case where I feel like the timing of the overtime periods should probably not be limited to 15 minutes, because it's the case where it's like, you know, the Cowboys were able to get the ball first. And then they get a field goal, like a long drive for a field goal. And then the Packers barely have enough time left, march down the field, also score a field goal. So at the end of the day, it ended up being a tie. So, and let me tell you, ties are just one of the most underwhelming things in NFL. Because it's just like, you expect to either win or you expect to lose. You're just like, oh, okay. It's just like, you're in your mind, you're like, okay, well, I'm ready to either have my heart broken or like ready to be elated for the next few days. And then, especially with a game like that, where it's like it went back and forth with all these offensive drives, especially late down the stretch, only for it to just end. It's just so underwhelming. It's such blue balls. That's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah, it's such blue balls where it's like, okay, well, you know, you get this exciting adventure only to just end. And I was like, okay, that was cool. So at first, when the schedule got released, I was like, man, I don't like the fact that the Packers got such an early bye. But now, with all the injuries that have happened with the offensive line and all the different shit that's been going down with how the last two games have been going, I am so glad that the bye's this early, and I can just kind of, the team can relax, we can relax, you know, we can just like not have a Sunday with football for a little bit. And just relax a little bit. Also, I still don't have fans. That's not great. I thought I was gonna get fans. Okay, well, that's a little bit of a not great situation. Guess I'm gonna have to do a race. Guess I'm gonna have to do a race next turn. That's fine. But yeah, all to say, that whole long-winded shtick is to say, I will be free tomorrow. I'm free. So, that's pretty nice. Get to not have to worry about, you know, watching sports and having my emotions depend on the result of that. Although I've been a little bit better about that. I've definitely, in the past, have been like a lot more emotional, like whenever team wins or team loses, that kind of thing. But now I'm just kind of, I don't know if numb is the right way to say it, but like it definitely feels like I've kind of been numb to all the different things that can happen, especially with Wisconsin sports. It's just like all the heartbreaking losses, all the different ways that shit has gone wrong. It's to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I've seen worse. You know, I expect the worst. And really, I'm just like, I shouldn't let this thing that I have pretty much no control over affect my life. It goes back to one of the things that I talked about a bit in the past, where I shouldn't worry about the things that I can't control. Like, basically just worry about the things you can control, and then everything else is just kind of like, you know what, if it happens, it happens, you know, try your best to kind of go through it, but like, if it happens, it happens, you know, that kind of mentality. Because there's so much things going on in life that you really just like, so many things that you can devote your time and energy to. Why not do that to something that you can control, the stuff that you have power over, rather than stuff that you don't have power over, and then you have to worry incessantly over, you know, all the different stuff there. So I think that definitely was also something where it's just like kind of where that applies, where it's like, okay, let's not worry so much about what happens there. You know, it's just sports. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? It is only a game. As that guy once said. I don't know. That one hockey player. But yeah, that kind of also means that I might, because usually my weekends are like one day do stuff, the other day. Oh wait. Oh, that was the. Oh, I thought I chose the wrong option there, and I was gonna be very mad. But we're fine. Yeah, my weekends are usually like one day do stuff, one day recover for the next upcoming work week. But it turns out that this week is probably going to be like both days I'm going to do stuff. Although today I didn't really do that much, to be quite honest, in the grand scheme of things. Like, I did go out, but I didn't really do that much. So tomorrow we shall see, TBD, whether I do some of the stuff that I mentioned before. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? Because, like, at the end of the day, I can also just do it later. Like, it's not like I have to do it this week. Like, I can always save it for another week. And as I mentioned, the weather's only going to get colder from here, which means it's going to be even better for doing outdoor activities. So that's why I'm probably not going to be in too big of a rush. Honestly, I might just take it easy tomorrow, because dude, the mall definitely took a lot. I don't know what it is about it, but it just took a lot out on me, and I was just like, by the end of it, I was just done. I just wanted to go home. I was like, I need to get boba first, which I did. Man, the boba I got was so underwhelming, though. It was honestly probably the worst boba I got here in this area. Because, like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good boba around here, which is a really nice thing about being back. Living in California, is the boba places are really nice. But man, this one I went to, the line was long, so I was like, oh, surely it must be good, like, if people are, like, you know, like, lined up over it, and it's like, it's not the only boba option out there. It's like, there are other boba options that didn't have any lines, so that must be a good sign, right? No, because, yeah, no, I had to wait in line, wait quite a little bit for all the orders behind me, or ahead of me, to kind of go through before I got my drink. And it was underwhelming, to say the least. It wasn't terrible, don't get me wrong. I've had worse boba, definitely. Way worse boba, but out of all the boba that I've had around this area, it was... The best way I can describe it, it was like somebody had, like... Because I usually get, like, basic bitch milk tea, like... milk tea boba with milk tea with and it's like black milk tea with some sort of like brown sugar boba sort of thing, because I'm a basic bitch. It's kind of your classic, whenever people say boba, that's usually kind of the first thing people think of whenever that word comes to mind. That's usually what I go to. And the reasoning for that for me is just like the first time I usually go to a shop, I want to see like how good they do the standard stuff. Like sure that some of them may have like, and most of the places have like top 10 recommended drinks, here's what everybody gets, and it's like sometimes that the classic isn't in there. But for me, I want to see how they do, like, it's kind of like a barometer, right? Because if I can like say like, oh, this place has good black tea, this tea has good like boba, whatever, and I can like have a kind of a set standard, like a consistency for like how everybody does it, because I've tasted it before. Okay. But man, yeah, no, it was watered down, to say the least. It was still decent. Like, if it wasn't watered down, if it didn't have that watered down taste, it would have actually been really good. Like, the boba pearls weren't horribly sweet, they weren't horribly flavorless, like, they were still good, they were still alright. But the fact that the boba tea pretty much tasted like it just had, like, water, like, literally, it was just like somebody had, like, a good black milk tea and just put, like, water in it. That's pretty much how it tasted, and I was like, ew, I don't know about this one. So, yeah, that was disappointing to say the least. Would not recommend. I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was like, it was one of the stalls in the or not stalls. It was one of the shops in the outdoor space in the mall that I went to. The shops at St. So, I don't know. If you're ever in the area, I don't know if I'd really recommend. It was like cat or something, like 3 cat. Name and shame, whatever, but like, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. Not my favorite. Who knows, maybe I got the wrong drink. Maybe like, oh, they did recommend like the jasmine green tea or whatever, but I was just like, I don't really know if green tea would be the best choice for something like a boba drink. Like, I feel like black tea suits that a little bit better, so that's why I went that direction. But even then, I feel like it can't be like, the difference in taste and quality can't be that great to where their recommended drink is so much better. Like, that probably was a sign that, oh, it's probably not as good as the rest of the drinks probably aren't good either, so yeah, we'll just take the L and move on, basically. But yeah, it's alright, whatever. We'll take one of these, okay. And I guess the reason why I brought up the whole, like, oh, I'm free tomorrow is because that means that I actually potentially might actually stream tomorrow. Potentially, actually. We'll see how I feel, because if you didn't notice, I didn't stream yesterday. The reason, I don't really know the reason why. I think I was looking at my library, and I was like, oh, what game should I stream today? And then I was just like, kept scrolling back and forth, and I was like, you know, I don't really want to play any of these. So yeah, I had no motivation for some reason. So yeah, honestly, good call that I didn't do streams yesterday, because I would have just been absolutely the worst low energy, and that's not a good time. So I'd rather stream when I'm in a good mood, or like, you know, want to stream. So that's kind of how I felt. But so really it depends on how I feel tomorrow. But if I do feel pretty saucy, slash if I'm not too busy with any other things that I might think about doing, I will probably stream tomorrow, so look out for that, I guess. The game, I don't know, this is the thing, right? I have games in my library that I bought specifically because I was like, this could be interesting to stream, but then I never streamed them. It's that weird conundrum, so who knows? We'll see, but maybe I might finish up Kemono Friends as a, or why do I keep calling Kemono Friends? Kemono Tea Time. As if I feel like that game's gonna end I really feel like that game might end soon. Maybe I might have to do like a whole like marathon stream similar to the 9-hour Deltarune streams I've done in the past. Maybe I might have to start early and just go from there. We'll see. I don't know. But I don't anticipate that being going on for too long. And then I don't know, like other like I mentioned before, like I did that one stream of Hollow Knight, And like I was actually considering doing the stream yesterday of it, but then I was like, oh, like I did a lot of playing off stream. It feels kind of weird, and then I don't want to tie myself to only playing that game on streams, which I feel like I would be doing if I just play on streams. Oh, that's a weird filter. So that's why I was like, yeah, I think I just won't stream it. To be quite honest, I think that's just going to end up more as a one-off more than anything, even though I think I explicitly said, like, oh, this is going to be the next multi-part series, so look out for that. And I was like, nope, that actually didn't happen. Where is my short S? I don't know, it didn't show up. Well, fuck me. Okay, another DOA run. But we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I have games that I did buy. I didn't realize that the summer sale, Steam Autumn sale. Sorry, I don't know why I said summer sale. Steam Autumn sale was going on, and so I took a look. There wasn't really anything on my wish list that has deep discounts right now, and like all the games that have deep discounts aren't really ones that I'm necessarily interested in. And I don't know, I put a few games on my list, like most of them are just visual novels that I was like, oh, I should probably get back to reading visual novels. I did buy quite a few. I think it was like the day before the sale started, which hopefully I don't think they went in even deeper discount. I hope I didn't check, so just because I didn't want to, but like I don't think they went in deeper discount, so I think we're fine with that. But I did buy some visual novels. I don't know if they're really stream worthy to do though, and to be honest, the reason why I didn't stream Kemono Tea Time yesterday was because I really didn't want to stream anything where I had to keep like talking, even though I'm doing it right now with the blabbering on and on about shit. I didn't want to do anything where I had to do like a lot of reading or a lot of voices or anything. I just kind of wanted to do something a bit more chill, you know? Which is ironic considering I'm not really doing that right now. But yeah, I don't know. That was my reasoning. What do I want? Oh, I do this just so I can have whatchamacallit ready. Oh, I forgot she has a turn during the summer training. Oh, that sucks. That's such a waste though, because the summer trainings are so OP. I'll go for this one. This one. Is McQueen a Dodgers fan? That's a good question. Is Mejiro McQueen a Dodgers fan? Nah, I think she's a fan of the Takes or whatever they're called. There was like I don't know if it was like the 4 coma and the 1 coma or like something, but there was a thing where it's like, oh, what the fuck was that? There was a thing where she was like cheering like, oh, Yutaka, or like a player like on like the Takes, which is a reference to her jockey, Yutaka Take Yutaka, who is, I think, pretty much the most famous, well-renowned, best jockey in Japanese racing. Like, he's still racing. Is he still racing? I'm actually not sure. I think he is. Yeah, he's very accomplished for sure. So, but nah, I'd say she's a Hanshin fan. She doesn't know about the MLB. What do you think this is? America? This ain't America. What is this? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why am I getting so many mood down events today? Man, that's... I don't know, man. For anybody watching who is like wondering like, oh, like I know in the global version there's like tons of mood down events, like the whole like resting and getting a mood down. I hate that, by the way. I forgot how prevalent that is early on in the game. I will say that pretty much is long gone in the Japanese version currently. And like the current events that are happening here are not reflective of general like how the gameplay is going. I feel like the last few events have been really... There's been a lot of mood down events. Generally, there really isn't this many in a run. So Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Weird today, I guess. Okay. Well, like I said, this run's already kind of DOA because I didn't get the short S, but even without that... oh, by the way, I have so many training turns, which is awesome. But even without that, I mean, let's take a look right now. I mean, Guts is already pretty much filled. Same with Wit. Honestly, well, Power is still kind of a bit short, and then, yeah, Speed is also looking not great. And then Stamina is whatever. Like, I don't care about Stamina. This is a short Uma we're training, so we don't care about Stamina here. I've already actually accomplished the Stamina I need right now. I think minimum was like, what, 700, 800? So, like, we're already good there. Like, that's not a concern. Let me heal. But what is this? Have I never... Wait. Now that I think about it, did I ever heal when I initially did a Believe run? I don't think I did. This, by the way, this is only the second time I've ever done a Believe run, so, like, she's still kind of new. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, no wonder I was like, okay, I don't think I ever got that. Oh, what options do we have here? Give me some of my energy back, please. Thank you. Okay, I really wish I had some speed. I guess that's the downside, because I remember I do have the 0 limit broken Calstone Light, so like that might be a reason why the speed isn't looking great right now. Maybe I might have to switch out the Stay Gold for another speed card, but I feel like that's overkill though is the thing. Like, my experience whenever I had like 2 speed cards in this scenario is it's always felt like it's just like I peak out on speed way too easily, and it just doesn't feel like a good use of resources. That's why I'm always just a little bit hesitant to do that. But alright, you know what? Screw it. Actually, wait. I just realized if I do end up doing this, it's gonna be cut off anyway because of the way that my thing is set up right now. So let's skip that. I'll leave it to y'all to go watch the hey, it's Ines. To go watch the performance for the song for this. It's called like Tucker's Skill Up Island. So go watch that. I'll give you homework on that. Okay, let's see. That should take care of the power. And that should not take care of the power. There's still like 100 left that I need to take up. But man, oh man, that power, or not power, that speed ain't looking good. Not gonna lie, fam. It ain't looking good. Oh my god, please, just I really don't need Rainbow Friendship Training on any of these. Where is Calstone Lighto? Oh, why are you over there? You should not be over there. What are you doing? You're in the wrong section. Please move to the correct section. Wait, she should be obsessed with speed also. Why are you in the weight training right now? You're not weight training. You're speed. You're like 100% speed. You're like trying to train to be the fastest Uma. Like straight line. You don't care about any curves. No curves allowed. Okay, well, that's not... Also, why am I being so dramatic about this? This one is already kind of dead anyway. I guess I'm just still... I still want the best results. You know, even if this isn't going to end up being the Uma I use for CM. I still want to have a good Uma. Even more so, because then I can probably use her for my Stadium team, which would be kind of nice. And ever since the Still in Love, they've been really implementing the zoom in on the characters, which is kind of different. The evolution, you know? They keep changing. They keep adding new stuff, they keep changing stuff. But they always evolve. So it is kind of jarring to go back to some of the older scenarios. Like some of the stuff that they don't have. Like they don't have like the pajamas, they don't have the winter coat that everybody wears when it's like super cold. Like some of that stuff they just like kind of don't include. For obvious reasons, because they don't have that. And it's not that I mean, I don't know how hard it would be to patch that in to the old scenarios, but like I feel like it would probably wouldn't be worth it, so that's probably why they don't do it. But let's see. Okay. Yeah, you may be wondering why I'm taking some of these skills that are actually let me not. I'm just like, why am I taking some of these skills that aren't even gonna be useful? Instead, I should be taking some of these useful stats, or some of these skills that I actually should, that actually might activate, you know? That would be nice. Like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Okay. I think that's it. Did I take any unnecessary skills? No, that's good, okay. Gotta believe. Gotta believe. I am a believer. Okay. That one... I think we're good, okay. Alright, let's see how this one goes. I think this is probably gonna be like a UB2. Wow. That's actually pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Well, it's not terrible, but like... That's not great. I didn't even reach UB. Yikes. Now that's what I call yikes. Alright, well, whatever. Hey, look, I'm only 25,000 points from getting the last reward. And like I said, it's so easy to get the rewards in the Japanese events nowadays. Like it's pales in comparison to how much grinding I had to do. The amount of grinding I have had to do over the past 2 days in the global server for the event that went on, that just ended like a few hours, like many hours ago. It was painful. Especially since there's no auto run feature. So, meanwhile here, I'm pretty much done. Like, look at this, I'm pretty much done. I just need to do 2 more runs, and then I get and then I have the title, and then I already have all the skill points, and like, look at how I can just do all the spins at once. Isn't that amazing? Oh my god, I really wish they'd implement this sooner rather than later in the English version. Like, I understand why they don't, because it's so many versions ahead that they would probably break stuff if they try to implement. I can see some stuff potentially getting broken if they try to implement this stuff early, similar to how like Bandori tried to do it. But they still probably should try, you know? They said they were going to implement the auto feature soon. I don't know what soon means, because like that's very ambiguous, but like soon, you know? Hey, look at that, I leveled up. 196. Alright. Wow, look at all these Umas. Oh, Umas. Look at all those Umas. Umamusume. Alright. I think we'll end it on... We'll do one more run, and this isn't gonna be a run for the CM, but this is just one I want to show y'all because I wasn't able to do a run with this character. No, not you. This character. This character's run is very freaky. I'm just gonna put that out there. It legitimately did kind of scare me at some points. Like, some of the stuff is very... How do I put this? Like... I mean, the first thought in my mind is Doki Doki Literature Club, but that's a stupid comparison. So, like, I don't know, think about any, like, meta games that you know that, like, look like they, like, break the computer, like, you know, like, go into the system, that kind of thing. It gives off those vibes. So, we will go into this with that and see what that's like. And also look at all the other things I the KFC event I have. What is this? Art Safure? What is a Safure? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, all these and Valentine's gifts I got. Look at all those Valentine's Day gifts. Isn't that beautiful? I'm never gonna use those because look at how many energy drinks I have. 16,000 or 1,600. Sorry, 16. God, imagine if I had 16,000. That would be insane. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna not skip through this, so it's gonna take a little bit because I really want y'all to experience the shenanigans of this run. of this story. So we're gonna be going through the story, which means it's gonna be a little bit. This is gonna probably be a little bit of a longer one. That's fine. But I do want to show it. And we're also gonna watch Ines mess up her lines right now. That's why she's my favorite. That's not why she's my favorite, but that I do like that. Let's see. That's main scenario. We'll skip the main scenario ones. I think that's what the third option is here. Main scenario event. Yeah, well, I'll skip those ones. Yeah, she's a bit crazy. She's a bit of a crazy character. Alright. Like, I'm not gonna read the story, but I want y'all to see some of the visual effects that happened in this, because it's crazy. Some of this is just like, ugh, man. Alright. Yep. Training, still in love. We're gonna do some training. Excuse me. Hello, it's still in love. My new trainee. I am the trainer. I'm ready to train. She kind of goes... So her whole shtick, and a lot of people like to define her as like, oh, she's a yandere. Because like that's kind of the energy she gives off, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. Like she has like the kind of two sides to her. She has like her like kind of like her the one self, and then I hesitate to say normal because that's kind of a little bit weird, but like the side that she shows to all the other people, and then there's the other side that she tries to repress that comes out whenever she races. It's this kind of wild carnal desire, and so her whole thing is trying to be like trying to suppress it, but at the same time it's kind of unhealthy because obviously, like, you know, as an Umamusume, she's born to run. So it's kind of like a conundrum of, well, I want to run, I want to be successful, but at the same time, I don't want this inner creature of myself to kind of take over, so to speak. So definitely very interesting. And yeah, oh god, that freaking transition with the gray clock, that is that one. God, the music. Oh, wait, no, the music's fine, okay. I will say I think I skipped through this, so I actually haven't, like, gone through this. I've gone through... I've gone through some... There are some events. There's one event in particular that actually legitimately did kind of freak me out. So we'll go through that one, definitely. I think that happens pretty late in the scenario, so... I have to kind of go through all this, but... Definitely... Oh, wait, wait, hold on. I skipped through something. That's the other thing about this one, too. Hello? God dang it, go back. I gotta go back to the lock real quick. No, I didn't mean to do that. Scroll bar. Okay, there we go. What the frick? That's broken. Hello? I think I broke it. Okay, I absolutely 100% broke it. I'm trying to show the weird characters that show up, because that also is a part. Yeah, this one. Itsumademo. That's another part of it. This scenario. All right. Anyway. Okay, I can skip this. Oh, I have to be careful though, because I do want to skip through these things, but I don't want to skip through a lot of the other stuff. So like I said, this is going to be kind of a longer, as I kind of try to skip through some of the other stuff. Is this one? Yeah, whatever. I don't think I actually read through this one. That's whatever. I don't care about this one. I care more about the main story parts. Because the main story is where we get the scares and the spookies, the spoops. Hold on, I should be a bit careful because I can see this going wrong. Okay. Because I'm training somebody with actual stamina requirements now, so let's go back to that. Okay, where are you, Tucker Brine? I'll wait on getting you activated. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yep. Do your pose. Oh, is this the... Okay, yeah, no, this is the... Oh, I want to do extra training, but no, you can't. No extra training for you. No extra training for you. Even though that doesn't really help. Anyway. There we go. Wait, skip this event. Okay, here we go. I think this is one of the main story things. Yep. Honestly, here, I can just do this. I think... Oh, shoot. Maybe I shouldn't do that. It's fine. You see the general message, right? It's like, oh yeah, there we go. There's her wild side to her. Yeah. It'll only get better from here. I think I mentioned it before, but it's kind of... I think people realized something was up when there was a little warning message that showed up right before this event, like you first start doing a scenario with her. It's like, please be advised that there's going to be some like visual effects that are going to happen. Are you okay with this, or would you like to turn it off? And it's just like, okay, that's foreboding. It's like, that's the first time I've seen that happen. So yeah, that happens. So I guess be warned about that, because that happens later in the scenario, but it definitely does happen. So yeah, it's quite a bit for sure. It's fine though. Okay. Oh, you skipped that. Sorry, skip that. That's whatever. I don't care about that. Like I said, I'm trying to be careful about this because like I don't want to skip any like stories, like the main story, but I also want to try and keep this as quick as possible. So it's not like too... I'm already kind of getting tired of this, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up, Tucker. Freaking white ass name, Tucker Brine. I can skip this. Yeah, this is just a whatever. This is just a story thing. It's whatever. Okay. The other thing is I could just like turn off because I have what is it called? Like big skip? That's not what it's called, but like basically it just kind of really like when it does like the skip, like you can see how fast it goes through all the dialogue and shit like this. So I could turn that off where it doesn't do the skip as fast. That might, although the problem is I don't remember what what setting that is. So we're just stuck with this, I guess. Oh wait. Ah, shnikes. Wait, no, we're fine. Okay. That scared the hell out of me. That was kind of a little bit of an oopsies. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Oh, wait. No, wait. Right, okay. That's fine. Hey, Symboli Casual, or Causal. I can't read. Symboli. Another one of the Symboli family I see. Hey, what's up? Yeah, DIY. That's... Yeah. Is that what the scenario is called? I don't remember. Or that's what you're referring to. But yes, I'm just going through the still in love scenario because I'm just like showing off how... Because I didn't get a chance to show it off, like how unhinged it is at points. I'm just kind of going through it. It is quite the story for sure. God, that freaking transition, it's just, whenever I see that, I think it's like, I get the Pavlovian response of like, oh, something's going horribly wrong. But you already know her whole story? Yep, I already went through this once, so like I'm just showing off more than anything. I know there's a couple scenes that are just like very, like, oh man, ones I definitely want to show. Very. I gotta think of a better word, because the only thing I can think of is like Doki Doki, but literature club, but there's definitely other better terms for it, where it's like, shit's gone wrong, sort of thing. Nice, nice, I want her to bite me. That is fair. That is very fair. Definitely one of the characters who I can definitely see that happening for. Not gonna lie, especially if we're going through her later scenario, like later in the scenario, because that's definitely when. Ooh, that's a bit of a craziness. Anyway, she wins her debut. Good job, good job. Yep. You're gonna go through the triple tiara. Yeah, I mean, I think from here up until, like, I think after, like, I think it's like, when does it start getting really crazy? Like, kind of towards her senior year, so it's gonna be a little bit before we really get into the craziness. But you're still seeing, like, some signs of, like, stuff, kind of, some semblance of stuff crumbling. Or not crumbling, but some signs of stuff going wrong. How do you interpret the ending? Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, not to put too many spoilers, because, like, I mean, we're eventually going to get to it, so it's not really spoilers, but, like, I see it. I think the common thing is, right, like, the whole, like, oh, like, the trainer died, and, like, still also died, and then that's just them, like, kind of reuniting after death sort of thing, which, yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if hopeful is the right ending, but or right way to refer to it as that, but like it definitely is like kind of like, I feel like that I kind of subscribe to that one where it's like, yeah, I can definitely see it, because, like, you know, the symbolism with like the white backgrounds and all that. But then it's kind of funny because I've done a few still runs for the last CM, so I remember I got to that point. I got her. Where is? I should probably do this. I got to that, and then I got her hot spring ticket. Right, I got that, and then so it was kind of a funny juxtaposition of where it's just like you had that ending to the story, and then it's like, oh wait, hot spring. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of funny where it jumps from like, oh, like, you know, like the white clothing, the heavenly atmosphere to, oh wait, now we're going to this hot spring. Kind of a weird jump from one to the other. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll also be honest in that I didn't really, because I can't really read Japanese, so it's just like, some of it, I won't say a lot of it, but some of this is a little bit lost on me, so a lot of my understanding of the story comes from other people, like, when I was, like, people from the subreddit, and all the other stuff, like, places where it's, like, kind of talking about, like, oh, this is what their story is about, so, like, a lot of that knowledge comes from that. But I mean, based on what I've seen, definitely it's a little bit of that. Also, I am not getting any good friendship, rainbow training, fun times. I'll go with that one. Oh, okay, I do need to use the ticket. You are so correct. You are so right. Also, admire Groove. I don't know. It's funny, I don't really like characters like her that are supposed to be like all standoffish and like, or I generally like to believe that I don't really like those type of characters, but like, I kind of like her a little bit. I don't know why. Like, good old admire Groove. Look at her. Let's see. I guess do I have to use the ticket? I'll try and save it up for a little bit. I use Google Lens and I can't read the room. Yeah, I bet it helps a lot of interpreter for me. Yeah, thanks to all those the people fluent enough to be able to understand it. Shout out to them to be able to recognize all that. Look at her mom and then look at her. Her mom is Air Groove. I mean, yeah, you right. You right. Some of the genes get inherited. It's like Tiny no Gimlet with vodka. Like, the family resemblance is very uncanny. And then you look at some of the other pairings, or not pairings, but some of the other kind of like parent-child relationships, like dynamics. I don't know, there's not real, well, no, I shouldn't say there's not that many. There are quite a few of them in this game. Wait, I need to get fans. Why get fans when you can get stats instead? But yeah, like, I mean, Admire Groove, I guess I really don't, well, I shouldn't say I don't like Air, well, I'm not the hugest fan of Air, here's the thing, like, I don't hate a lot of I don't think I really hate any of the Umamusume characters, like, even some of the characters I don't really like that much, or, like, ones that I'm just like, yeah, I can see the appeal for them for sure. Like, I think my unpopular opinion is that I don't actually really like Tachyon that much. Like, she's a super popular character. I can see the appeal, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't really like her that much. Like, I don't know. I never really liked her character. When I played this game initially in Japanese, and it's just like it didn't really improve when I read through her story in the global version. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like most of the time when I read through a character's story, I end up liking them a little bit more. There are exceptions. I think one of them is like Air Messiah. When I found out, when I was like, oh, like I usually like those types of characters. Those type of characters that are kind of like, oh, I'm normal compared to my peers. Like, I'm thinking like a Nice Nature, Tannhäuser, freaking Wind Variation, like all those types of characters I do enjoy. But something about Air Messiah is so boring. Like, her character design, the way she is just like, after I read through her scenario, I was just like, I don't like this character very much. She's very boring. That was kind of a rip. I forgot, does Vodka inherit Gimlet's fence habit? That, I don't think she does, but at least, I mean, heck, her appearance, I mean, they're pretty much the same. And then the whole cool thing, so... that's at least gets inherited. But I think the fence stuff, I don't think that gets inherited, because like that's unique to Gimlet. I don't think Vodka, the real life horse, did that. And I know Tani no Gimlet, the real life horse, definitely does that, so... That's why they do that. I don't get why people like Tachyon, she's just another brat. You tell me, but yeah, you know what? I kind of agree, to be honest. Like, I'm just like, yeah, like... I mean, she's unique. I mean, she has her whole, like, the whole, like, oh, like, the science aspect. I mean, people like kind of the crazier characters. Like, heck, Still in Love's another example of that. Like, the I Can Fix Her sort of characters. I can kind of see why people are drawn to her. I just don't really like those types of characters to begin with, so like that was already kind of out of the picture. And then yeah, I think her whole kind of brattiness for I think her whole disregard for like, oh, guinea pig, give me this, or like do this for me, and I'm just like, I'm good. I don't need that in my life. You know, we'll just get somebody else to do that for you. I'm sure there's, you know, just look at the line of people over there who are lining up to be part of that. Now I'll just stick to somebody else, like Wind Variation, who just showed up there. Okay. Man, I forgot what it's like to train a character that's not sprint related, so it's like really weird to go back to something like this where I have to balance all the stats instead of just kind of disregarding one of them. It's weird. I talked about this earlier in the stream. I'm really curious to see how they're going to one-up this scenario, because this scenario I feel like just broke a lot of stuff. Like, it's so easy to get like at least like a UB ranked Uma, like UA. I've seen people get like US at some points with some of the characters, and it's just like, how far are they gonna go? It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I know power creep is definitely a thing in this game where every new scenario just keeps going up and up and up, but it's just like at some point, I feel like they have to have like some sort of cap. Granted, I know they tried to do that with the scenarios with like the cooking one and the mecha, where they tried to like specialize it to like, here's the short mid, or short mile, here's the mile mid, here's the mid long scenario, and like they tried to make it so it's a little bit more balanced. But then they just kind of threw that all away with with this one. And they're like, nope, here you go. Here's one where you can just pretty much do everything and get the most powerful Uma you've ever made in your life. So I don't know, we'll see how the hot spring scenario goes. I am kind of interested to see how that one is. I know that's gonna come out soon. I don't think... I know the last Pocket Tube they released, like, the most basic information about it. And by the way, I'm realizing that I'm just, like, not even showing off the story, despite the fact that it's like I was doing this and... I mean, to be fair, I said this, that nothing really crazy happens until she wins her triple tiara, so not really that crazy. Although, hold on, I should show y'all her G1 winning animation. It's ooh, she go crazy, you know? She go crazy. I'm hoping Hot Spring is auto-friendly just like DIY. I hope so too. To be honest, I don't really use the auto-run feature for like these scenarios, like this one or like the mecha one or anything. I only use auto for like just like doing fan runs and like the Ura finals. That's really all I do, which I pretty much really I wouldn't say always do, but I do a lot, especially like later in the month, because of the fact that I'm just like, I don't really play this game that much, to be quite honest. Like, I only really play it like when I'm training Umas for CMs, and that's really it, because I don't really do much for League of Heroes, because I feel like it's a little bit more casual, and I'm just like, eh, whatever, I don't care. Hello, that letter H. Good evening. Good evening to you as well. Yeah, oh my god, it's already 9 PM for me. Jeez. I said I was going to exercise after this. See if that's still... I don't know if that's going to be a thing anymore. Well, that's rip. That's okay. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I hope you're having a good time. Welcome to the Uma. I'm just trying to show off Still in Love scenario. Show off how kind of unhinged it is. I don't like Twinkle because Almond is there. Oh my god, yeah, Almond Eye. That was... I don't know, the thing with the Almond Eye thing is like... her race is just... I don't want to say it's... What's the right word? It's not really that significant, right? Because even if you... No matter if you win or lose, you still get the same stats. So really, it's just kind of a matter of bragging rights more than anything. At least in... And, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, I don't think you get any extra stats or, like, anything if you win against her, so it's really just kind of cosmetic. JP server looks crazy. Oh, believe me, compared to the global server, it's... I mean, heck, it's been it's got 4 years above it, but, like, still, it's crazy. Crazy is definitely correct. Especially with this most recent scenario, it's just, like, man, this recent scenario kind of just broke everything. I was kind of talking about it earlier, but it's definitely done that. How do I want to do this? How did I do this again? I don't remember, actually. Wait. You're all probably gonna scream at me because I'm wasting a spot right now, but like, actually, wait, hold on, I know what I can do. Actually, yeah, screw it. I know what I'm gonna do. That's fine. It's not significant, but it interrupts the auto. Oh, okay, I guess that checks out. I mean, to be fair, I think I said this. Oh no, oh god, is my... What, hello? Why are you not connecting? My VPN acting up again? Oh god. I said this before, but I don't think I don't do auto runs on the new scenario, so I didn't actually know it just interrupts that. That's kind of annoying. Also, hello? Okay, hold on. My VPN may actually be acting up a little bit. 1 second. No, it's not acting up. Hello? Why are you not working? Hello? Madam? Oh, there we go. It's working. Okay. That's weird. Hello, welcome back. Okay. Alright. Ooh, summer train. What? Apparently, this is just going to be the run where I get tons of stamina. I guess that makes up for the fact that I've been doing all these all the sprint runs. It's just like, here's all the stamina. But this is a bit more than I want. I kind of want Man, I kind of want some staminers, or some speed. That's what I meant. Also, where are my... Hello, friendship trainings? Where did you go? Wait, is this full Highlander MLB? Full Highlander. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know why I said it in that accent. The current... Here, this is the current lineup I have right now. I got lucky when the Admire Groove came out, that I was able to get all the copies of her. I have this one. I have... I mean, I have a lot of them MLB'd. I don't have this one MLB just because I'm not that much of a whale, but I do have a lot of the meta cards. Or at least I try to keep up on the meta, but it's hard because the meta changes every time the new card gets released at this point. But nah. I don't have all my cards as MLB. What am I doing? Power. Okay. Okay. Good old Stego. Good old Stegosaurus. Okay, Tajima. Yeah. I'm missing Tamamo. I want her so bad. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, well, actually no. In this scenario, you need a power card. I'm just thinking, because like power historically has kind of, well, other than Guts, has kind of been one of the weird ones where it's just like, where it feels shafted more than anything. I mean, Guts has been the red-haired stepchild of all the stats, and it's always been that way, no matter how many times they fix it. But it could be worse. I mean, you could not have Almond Die, at least, you know? Also, yeah, 2200 skill points. Yeah, it's, it's welcome to Japanese server. Yeah, Symbol is right that, yeah, 8K is the highest for JP so far. Yeah, generally, I'd say I get around 4K, 5K usually when I end. It is to the point now where if you're noticing I'm not even using any skills, it's because I really don't need to use any skills or like use my skill points right now. It's pretty much to the point of where I just win every race no matter what, which is so overpowered. Like formality at this point of like, oh, you're gonna win the race probably, unless you're facing off. Well, no, that's the thing. It's like there are scripted events where you're facing off against like super overpowered Umas, but even then you probably have a pretty good chance of winning. Let's see. Okay, this is the final event of the Triple TR, so I should probably start not skipping stuff. Also, I keep forgetting I wanted to show her G1 winning animation. But why you put Shakur for still? You want to make her run for long? The only reason why I have Shakur as I just think it's because Shakur's, or Shakaru or whatever, I don't know, Shakur's, the best stamina card that I have at least, and that's the only reason why I have her. I mean, really, like, because she gives the, that gold stamina skill, which is pretty nice, general gold stamina skill. She's not just a long, or like for mid-long, which is kind of nice. I think that's why she's by far the best. I wouldn't say by far, but she is definitely one of the better stamina cards. And I think the other meta stamina cards that are available right now, because it's not Super Creek anymore, for those of y'all who are coming in from Global Server. I mean, Super Creek's still fine, but she's not like the OP card that she once was. So take that for what it's worth. And yeah, from here on out, I should probably start reading through this to make sure I'm not missing anything crazy. Yep, and then you're gonna win. And there's little Admire Groove, otherwise known as the arch rival to Still in Love, also known as the daughter of Air Groove, also known as the mother to Duramente. It's a whole family affair. Yep, there you go. See, Air Groove. There's her mom. Mom is watching from the stands. Also, similar to Admire Vega, she has a fun little nickname of Aruvu. Avuru? Aruvu? Similar to like Adobe or Ayabe. Aruvu? I don't know. It's something. Anyway, let's watch this. Let's watch this young race. Oh, I should have done the first person. That's always fun to watch. Especially since the global version doesn't have that right now. Oops, I did not mean to click you. Take a picture of the G1. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip to her winning, because she's gonna win. Yeah, that's yeah, that's her. That's still in love. Yeah, I'll do one more race and do the point of view, because it's always kind of fun to watch the point of view, especially for non-front runners. It's kind of a little bit underwhelming just watching front runner point of view, where it's just like, just watch nothing. Creek's still good, but there's a lot of better options in JP now, like Duramente Stamina or Sound of Earth. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Creek isn't horrible. I'm just saying, like, she's not like the OP card that like everybody in Global makes out for her, because, you know, she's pretty much the best one. Yeah, but to your point, yeah, there's better ones. I mean, Sounds of Earth was, I think when that came out, she became the best one, and then the Airship Core one came out, and then that came out at the same time the Mecha Scenario came out, and she kind of she became the de facto like scenario card, because there really wasn't one for that. But she's still useful even outside the Mecha Scenario. Especially for like mid-long. But yeah, to your point, like if you're not training mid-long, it's not really the most optimized, but like I don't have every single like good stamina card. I do have Sounds of Earth, so like maybe I could have used her, but it's, you know, it's whatever you want. What am I doing? I don't have any good trainings. Guess we'll go with, let me not skip, because I think from here on out we're gonna get some shenanigans. Although maybe not here. I think it's the next race. Yeah, Chairman. Good job. Okay. Was it this one? Or, oh wait, no. I don't think this is anything. Yeah, this is whatever. This is just her doing extra training. Where are my friendship trainings? Hello, sir, madam. All right. I think I'm gonna have to just do this. Take the L, even though this gives 80 energy and I'm kind of really wasting it, but I kind of just feel like I want to do that right now. Ah, yes, there she is again. Okay, well there's one, I guess. Oh, don't skip that. In case something happens. No, that's a scenario, whatever. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think the crazy shit happens, I think, after the next race. I'm just misremembering because it's been a while since I did a run with her. So this is probably going to have to be the last run. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm having so much fun. I can't stop. No, it's just like, Wait a second. Wait a gosh dang second. Well, this didn't turn out right. I don't think that's what I needed to do. I think I forgot how to do it. Oh, that's not what I meant to go. Actually, that's fine. I'll take more skill points. Okay. Where are you? Man, I'm really not getting any good friendship rainbow trainings. This is not what I want in my life. Okay, what am I gonna get for raffle? Oh, I got the tissues. I love that for me. Also, it's a lot more easier, I feel like, to get the Hot Springs tickets, the onsen tickets. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Maybe that's just a placebo effect. It does feel like it's a little bit easier. And they've made it a little bit easier. Okay. Yeah, no, I will say this run's not going great. I mean, I don't really care too much because I'm not really putting too much effort into it. This is really more for the story, but like, this run is not gonna be a good one. I'm just gonna say that right now. Not gonna be my best. Still in love. Okay, starting from here, I should probably... Yeah, punch that punching bag. Okay, thank you for the skill, thank you for that. Okay. Ah, the last event in the Admire Groove chain. Thank you for your skill. I also love how every new card that's come out, the new SSRs give 2 gold skills. Just to make it even... That's the next step in the evolution of the power creep, is that they get 2 gold skills now. It's like... Started with the Almond Eye, and then it feels like not every SSR, but like a lot of the SSRs from there has just been like, yeah, just give them 2 gold skills, why not, you know? Screw you. Tap City, Haruvu, Admire Groove, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, well, let's watch this one, sure, why not? Let's watch a nice G2 race. Is it G2? Yeah, G2. Let's get the... what is this called? The something show. The King... is this the Kinka show? I don't know. It's the something show. Oh wait, idiot! I forgot. I told myself I was gonna do it in the point of view of the... but I didn't. What am I doing? I'm stupid. The first time I started JP, almost all the new skills are middle leg. Yeah, no, it's definitely tough, especially like if you're trying to build like a dirt Uma or like a short Uma. I mean, it depends on the scenario, but like I feel like a lot of the scenarios are just tuned for like long, like more of the mid long racers, which kind of aligns to with the races in general, where it's like a lot of the races that give more fans are like the mid races, the long races, the Arima Kinens, the Japan Cups, those sorts of things, and then yes, this is when she starts breaking down. Hooray! I think from here is also when we start getting the visual effects, So we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna skip through this. Yeah. Okay, good thing I did. Yeah, so this is when it starts getting a little bit, you know. And I realize middle leg is where it gets intense for good position and for the final leg to spurt. There's a whole bunch of things with like, all the math that goes into the game and like the bashins and like the acceleration, and there are people who you can go to for that. I will be the first to say that I don't really go too much into that detail, and I generally don't care. I'm not really that great at this game, if I have to be honest. Like, I played this game since day one, so like I got that going for me, I guess. But like, other than that, I can't say I'm the best at this game, which is okay. Like, it's all right. Like, you know, it happens. Also, wait, the visual effects must have happened after the... Oh, is it happen after the next race? I don't remember. Whatever. Okay, anyway. But yeah, all the stuff with like, oh, the accelerations and the skills and all that fun stuff, all kind of go over my head, if I have to be honest. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you're starting to notice something, huh? Interesting. That is from the trainer's point of view. As Still in Love starts getting more and more corrupted, that means that the trainer also is starting to get more and more corrupted. Oh yeah, the visual effects are fully in effect. I'm gonna do one of these. Master Challenge then versus Pandora made me realize that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Some of the Master Challenge races are just like absolutely, like, dude, the amount of Umas that I've had to make for like some of the dirt challenges, I was just like, it was pain. And then I think it was funny because, I think the one that I ended up using to win win against like the overpowered, like I think it was the Hokotaru. Was it Hokotaru Mai? It might have been, it was like one of the dirt races. I ended up using like a very weak like UE4 something like character that ended up actually winning somehow, and I was just like, how did this one win when some of my like UBs, like even I don't know if UA, but like high UBs couldn't even win against them. It's just like it's all about the skills. That's what it really comes down to. Do I want to do this or do I want to save this ticket? Questions for the audience. I'll just use them. That girl's a huge wall for the new player. There are definitely some characters that are just OP final bosses. I mean, you brought up Almond Eye before. That was definitely one. I mean, that was kind of more of an I wouldn't say optional because it's like it kind of felt optional in a sense. But it was also again a point of pride more than anything. But no, there's a lot. Some of the new ones definitely feel like it's just like they're trying to like final boss level, which is good. I kind of prefer that because sometimes it feels like, you know, they don't really have a lot of like kind of powerful characters that you face off against, especially with the amount of power creep that's went on, and like you have all these UBs now, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna beat up on all the racers here. And now we're gonna do it. There we go. Now we got the point of view. Let's do it. Let's watch as Still in Love dominates the competition. Meanwhile, water. I almost spilled my drink. That could have been bad. Right on my keyboard. But yeah, Zeno Rob Roy, Dance City. Still, I saw Special Week in there. Yeah, we got Special Week, we got Virginia. Alright. There we go. Oh my god, it's so much better when you're viewing somebody who's not a front runner, so you can actually see some of the Umas in front. Hey, there's Jansu Flame. If anything, I think you probably want to do an end closer because that would be kind of fun just to watch as you're kind of behind everybody and then you slowly accelerate out into the front. Man, speaking of Dansu, I'm really excited, or really hoping she gets implemented soon, like as a trainable character. It feels like it has to be sometime soon, right? I mean, heck, like it's been a couple of years since the movie came out, and like she is relatively popular. I don't know, relatively popular for the most part. Like, and she's another example of a character that is kind of like a normal among the kind of the abnormal, so to speak. Like, heck, she's in that group of Takio and Cafe, Jungle Pocket, so I do like her character in that sense. 5th anniversary trust. I think if anything, 5th anniversary is probably gonna be like Almond Eye or something. Like I feel like it's gonna be more like I know they're definitely saving Almond Eye for like a big event. But like maybe then. And she's already first. It's not even see. Look at the distance. If you the distance that just came out between that. This is definitely gonna be distance over 10 Bashin. Oh my goodness, there's nobody around her. Just absolute dominance. And that's how you win. Yeah, look at that. That is distance right there. Over 10 Bashin. Absolute dominance. And speaking of races, I don't know if y'all keep in... I was about to say contact, but that's not the right word. Keep up with actual real-life horse racing, which I don't really do that either, but like... Hello? Okay, there we go. But the L'Arc de Triomphe is coming up pretty soon. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped this. Okay, that's fine. Isn't locked today? It is today. It's coming. It's in a few. I don't know if few hours is the right word. It's I think in less than 12 hours. So technically, yes, I think it's today. It hasn't happened yet, but it is about to happen. But yeah, that's exciting. I know there's like a few Japanese racehorses that are trying to claim the title for the first time for the country. I know Heck, we got a whole freaking scenario for Lark. Here we go. Hey, look at that. Look at this. Look at this visual effect right here. But yeah, Lark. I mean, that's, what? It's gonna be 8 a.m. my time, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Which is good, because that means I might be able to get up and watch it, because I have to freaking wake up early enough for work as is, so... I'm used to waking up early nowadays, which is kind of crazy. If you talk to me, or if you asked me like a month ago or something, or I guess a month ago would have been when I started. Yeah, no, a month ago when I started work. So yeah, a month ago it would have been like, oh my god, I can't wake up earlier than 9 a.m. Like, please, like, what is this? Meanwhile, now it's just like, if I wake up at like 9 a.m., it's like, oh, I slept in. What? It's crazy. Which is not the case. I know that's not shouldn't be the case, but oh no, no, please. You are this one, that one. Yeah. Give me that skill. Please win, JP. It's gonna be so funny if Croy and Byzantine get first and second. I am cautiously optimistic, but reading into some of the stuff, because like people have been posting on the subreddit about like, oh, like, you know, the history of the race, how they kind of got shafted with their gate placements, how they're both of them are kind of in the outer gate, and historically the Lark winners have been kind of in the inner gates, so it's not looking good for them in terms of that. I mean, I know the other, what's his name, Aloy? I don't. That's not the right pronunciation, but whatever. That one. I mean, I know they got inner gate, but they're kind of the weaker of the three horses that Japan sent. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. But yeah, well, here's hoping. I'm gonna try and see. I don't even know how I'm gonna. Because generally when I watch sports stuff, it's like I find the streams. You know, I'm sure I can look around somewhere, try and find something for that. Would love to actually watch it. And heck, you know, I'm gonna be like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna be over at the Santa Anita race course for that Japan Cup Day or whatever that's gonna happen. Because there's gonna be a Umamusume fan meetup, and I live in this area now, so I get to join those, which is kind of nice. It is kind of crazy, and I sorry for repeating this to people who have been on the stream since it started. Oh, I skipped the... I hope that wasn't the event that I didn't want to skip, because that was a good one. I might have just accidentally skipped that. It's fine. I should not be skipping events. I gotta stop doing that. Just gonna wait. Someone Discord... Sorry, I can't read. Just gonna wait. Someone in Discord stream and drop by. I'm sure somebody... Yeah, you know what? You're right. Somebody's probably gonna have a Discord stream with it or something, so... We'll figure it out then. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, no. Yeah. I thought I skipped through those. Is it this one? Oh, wait. I think it was this one. This might be the one I'm talking about that's... shit goes kind of... wrong. Yeah, the music. Oh god. Sorry, I'm playing on my my foldable phone, so that's why the screen's kind of weird like this, so just don't mind the fact that it's kind of weirdly cut off like that. Yeah, good old hospitalization. It's fine. Just your standard emergency room visit. God, that transition, every time. Yes, it's other, well, not other, there's other ones, triple tiara winners. I mean, there's a lot of triple tiara winners. I mean, heck, I wouldn't say all the triple tiara winners are Umamusume, but a majority of them are. We got Still in Love, we got Mejiro Ramonu, we have Almondai, Almondai was one, yeah, Almondai, Daring Tact, I feel like I'm missing one. But no, that's all of them, I think. Alright, and she's trying to stop her, and it's like, no, or something like that, and blah blah blah, blah blah blah, hospitalization, blah blah blah, stuff happening. He's fine now. fine. Uh-oh, maybe not. Wait, was this an event? This might not have been an event. I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I might have screwed up, because I think that last event I skipped was the one that I was looking forward to going through, but I don't think this one is it. I'm just gonna kind of... Ah, shit. Yeah, I think I might have accidentally skipped it. Okay, well, actually, you know what? You know what I could do is I can always just go back and here. Oh, I don't remember what it's called though. God, I was just like I can go back to the archive to read it. I think it should show up there. I'm just like I don't remember what it's called. For those of you who wonder, I'm trying to. It's that one event where she like has the training options and you're trying to select one and then it kind of gets corrupted. That one freaked me the fuck out. Frankly speaking. I mean, I'm also kind of a wuss when it comes to horror, but like also that one was just like, ooh, okay. Things are getting serious. Where are you? Where? Oh, there you go. Still in love. No, not you. Wait, archive. Archive. Oh, wait, no, this isn't the right screen. I don't know what I'm doing. If it isn't very clear, I don't know what I'm doing in this game. Still in love. Where are you? The few that I had, there are only 3 stars. Okay. Oh boy. Well, we got some Osusume ones. We got some recommended ones, which is always great. Oh, the normal ending. I didn't get the normal ending. That is true. Which one of these is it? I don't remember. I mean, it's probably one of these ones that are down here. Maybe this one? No, this is after the race, I think. Yeah, this is probably not. Wait, no, this might have been it. Didn't it happen right after a race? Right, and then it's like right after she's done with the race, it's like, oh, okay. No, this is what happens after the race, and then, yeah, shit goes wrong. Yep, yep. Okay. God, dude, this music. Ugh. No, yeah, this isn't the right one, but that still proves my point. Some of this shit is like, oof. Maybe it hasn't happened yet already. This one. No, wait, I think this is the endings. Yeah, this is the ending one. Okay. Okay. Don't mind. Yeah, there's your ending right there. Okay. Did I? Maybe I haven't done it yet. No, this is. Alright, sorry about this, y'all. I'm trying to remember what this event was. I feel like I might have skipped it. I feel like it should be in this section. I mean, it's in the right order. It's this. Is it this one? Let's see. No, it's not this one. I think. No. Maybe it was this one. Oh wait, no, this is the New Year's event. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, well, that's a New Year's event. That's Valentine's. That's a race. That's before the race, that's after the race. That's the fan meeting. The Metamorphosis. Did I? Was it this one? Uh-huh. 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 No, it's not that one. Was it after a race? I don't think it was, and then that's the summer. We just did Drowning in Love, right? That was the one with, I was like, I thought it was this one, but it's not. Is it this one? No. Am I not remember? I feel like it happened like pretty late, so it's gotta be one of these ones. Maybe it happened after this, the Elizabeth. Well, let's see. No. It definitely happened before this. God, okay. Ah, swear. Okay. But you know what? I'm just gonna... Is it Spiraling Madness? It might have been this one. It's this one. It's this one. Okay, it's this one. I distinctly remember this being this one. Yep, it's 100% this one. Here it is. Why was it not in the recommended? That's weird. Okay. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just choose this option. Yeah, nope. And it's like, oh, okay. Okay. It's like, nope, not that one. I think... And yeah, oh my god, yeah, this shit, and it's just like, I think basically it's on the same thing as like, oh, just like let her rest or something like that, or just like, don't let her run, basically, and it's like, no, she needs to run now, and it's just like, no matter what choice you make, it's like, iya, ji, ga, u, it's like, no, that is incorrect. And like, yeah, you notice, it's like, this shit's like, the one I selected is like corrupted, and it's like, oh, what about this one? Nope. Wrong. And it's like, yeah, oh, even now I'm starting to get the shivers. It's like, oh man, this is like, I'm trying to select these options and it's like, nope. And like, if you you're starting to see them being corrupted. Yeah, no, this one definitely, this one, the moment I got this one, I was just like, oh no. Oh no. And I think from here on out, no matter what you choose, it's like, it's just whatever, but yeah. 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 This one, yeah, no, this scene in particular was like, oh man. That was quite something, alright. Okay, bye. Okay, so yeah, that was the one I think I accidentally skipped that I was trying to get to. That I think was when it started sinking in, that I was like, oh no, we are in for a wild ride. I mean, it kind of already sank in for the most part, but it really, and then yeah, now we're at this point where it's just like, oh my, everything is quite, got the nice filter over here, you know? It's always, I always love my filters. Oh wait, I can skip through these now. Yeah, I think that was the one I really wanted to show, and then yeah, you can see as we're going through these, it's ooh, it's very red. Understatement of the century, it's very red. Yeah. Okay. And then yeah, this happens, and it's like, all right, time to face off against Triple Tiara winners. Oops, no, not you. Man. And then I think this is the last phase, yeah, so and then from here, and then it's slightly, see, it's slightly better, it's fine, it's not as red anymore. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine, what are you worrying about? Don't be so worried. Alright, I'm just gonna finish this off just for the sake of getting the fans, but yeah, like I said, this is not a good run. This is actually probably gonna be one of the worst runs I've had in quite some time. It's okay, it's what it is, what it is. It is what it is. Alright. And then, yeah, designed your island. Hooray! And there's Ines. Good old Ines Fujin. Oh, thank you, Trainer Aoi, who that's so useful. It's so useful that you showed up right now. Okay. Well, at least all the speed things are finally showing up now. I mean, it's better late than never, but man, we have a lot to catch up on. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. There's Almond Eye. I saw a glimpse of her. Eye of Almond. I'll just go with this. Get that maximum stat gain. Okay. Never number to not, or turn off the skip so we can at least see the ending. That ending. I mean, the ending isn't creepy. It's just definitely like, I think we alluded to it a bit before. It's definitely a little bit up for interpretation. Can I turn this off, please? Oh no, it's no, please, no, it's gonna skip through it. No, please, let me skip. Ah, whatever. Okay, yeah, there's the ending. There she is. There she was. Alright, so we ended with 5,700 points. I'm kind of tempted just to not use them, if I have to be honest, because I'm gonna have to go no, I'll go through it. Fine, it's fine. Willy-nilly go through stats. I know most of these aren't probably going to be that good for them, but I don't really care. I just want to kind of get through this. Yeah, I mean, this scenario is definitely tuned more for long, or mid-long, medium-longs, so it's definitely kind of biased towards that. That's not useful for her. What am I doing? Do I have any other? Okay, yeah, get Shakur's. Oh, definitely need that one, and that one. Okay, there's a few in here that I probably should have taken over the ones I did, but I don't really care too much, so we're just gonna go with that. And see how badly we did. Oh, I forgot about this shenanigans. The pink skills, the fun pink skills. Everybody loves pink. Heck, my favorite character, not my favorite character. Yeah, my favorite character is pink, you know? Everybody's favorite pink. Oh, it actually ended up being a UB at the end. Okay, I was actually kind of expecting it to be like UC something, so you know what? We take that. We'll take that. I'll take some points, and yay, I did it! Hooray, I got all the event points. And there's still like 6 days left in the event. You gonna be specific which pink? I'll leave it up for interpretation. One less. I think, did I get all the... No, I still need to do one more run. Oh, man. God, can't you just let me end this? Okay, thank you for that. And then... Okay, let me see. It has already been 3.5 hours. Do we want to continue, or do we want to call it a day? Well, it's kind of too late for me to exercise now at this point. Actually, it's not really too late. Yeah, casual 10 PM exercising, you know, that's fun. It's not too late, honestly. But yeah, for the sake of potential stream tomorrow, I think we're gonna probably just call it there. I mean, we made some decent progress. I don't think I was able to make any Umas for the CM, to be honest, but I really only did one run for each of the characters, so that's fine. Well, I'll continue, and we still got quite some time before the CM starts. And like I said, with the sprint CMs, I think those ones are definitely a lot more susceptible to the random BS, so there's going to be a lot more shenanigans that happen there, so I'm not as worried as creating the perfect Uma for those, so I think we'll be fine there, but I think we'll be good there. I think that's gonna call it a day. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, there's a potential for a stream tomorrow. I might actually start a little bit earlier, depending on whether I do whether I do stuff or not. It's all up in the air. Not really any schedules, but you know how it is. As somebody who doesn't really do this for a job, it's more as a hobby. Just kind of whenever I feel like it, which generally has turned out to be like Fridays and Saturdays. So who knows? Maybe I might do one tomorrow. Like I said, since the Packers aren't playing, that's kind of nice. So I can just kind of focus on not having to watch football for once on a Sunday. Um, so that's that. And otherwise, I don't think there's anything else that I need to bring up. So yeah, thanks. It's been Shino Penguin. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully we'll do one tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you all next week. And until then, hope you all have a good rest of your night, your day, whatever time of the day it may be. I don't know why I said that in the phrasing. Phrasing. Anyway, that's all for me. So yeah, thanks all, and talk to y'all later. Thank you. Bye.